All right, so we're back. I have Metal Gear D Model, aka Clint. He's back on the Metal Gear Resurrections podcast, and we're doing the second game of the series, Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake. So, Clint, how's it going?
It's going okay. A little
Oh,
sad because we're gonna get to the point where we have to talk about the destruction of Metal Gear D.
oh yeah, your beloved baby, I believe.
Yeah, that's okay though.
All right,
For the
so
game.
I was gonna say for this podcast, we're gonna do a little theater here because once again we're playing a game that does not have any sound files. It's all text. So we're kind of going to go back and forth between Clint and I, and whoever is the better voice is the victor.
All right. Johnny can make running and heavy breathing sounds while I make machine gun sounds with my mouth.
Oh, definitely, definitely. Let's see. So we have the same. We're going to be because this game is back and forth, a lot of backtracking. I think I feel like it's really
It's very intricate to the original Metal Gear. I played it so many times and I've got it so mapped out in my head. I can talk our way through it without any kind of a guide, but not so much with Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake.
no. I actually had to get one of those wiki guides to say hey, go this way, go to this area here, because
I didn't need that on my playthrough, but I did go ahead and cheat when they were doing the not codes. I said, fuck this, I'm going to look up the frequency.
I tried to listen to it. I really did, but I couldn't pick it up. I was like, no, I can't do this.
It's the 21st century. We can cheat.
Relations between the Cold War superpowers have thawed. Regional conflicts are being resolved. The threat of nuclear war is now a thing of the past. But there are some who do not desire peace. An atmosphere of tension begins to build in the Middle East. Kind of rhymed. A military junta comes to power in Zanzibar land, a small nation bordering on the USSR, China, and the Middle East. Zanzibar land attacks nuclear weapon disposal sites around the world, seizing those weapons that are still intact and become the world's only nuclear power. It then begins to invade its neighbors at will. After renouncing nukes forever, the world is once again threatened by the specter of nuclear war. Meanwhile, the world's oil supply, which was to last another 30 years, suddenly and unexpectedly dries up. Without a safe alternative source of energy, the world faces a severe energy crisis. This is going to hurt our throats. It is in these dire circumstances that Dr. Keo Marv, a Czech biologist, develops Oilex, a microbe that can synthesize high-grade petroleum. I forgot who's a biologist.
Oh yeah, biologist.
With this discovery, global tensions are once again on the rise. On his way to attend an American scientific conference, Dr. Marv is kidnapped by agents of Zanzibar land. With its nuclear weapons and the secret of Oilex, Zanzibar land plans to achieve global military domination. A tiny microbe, only a few microns wide, is about to change the world forever. I didn't realize how much text there was. I forgot.
I think that was it.
I think that might be it.
Let's see here. That was about 3 minutes 15. And I would edit out the gaps so that there are no gaps. Let's go back and I guess I'll do. All right, let me give this a shot. Johnny, how does it sound when my mouth is really close to my microphone?
It sounds pretty good.
Okay, I just wanted to check. All right, here I go. I'm getting myself psyched up for this. It is the late 1990s. The world is embarking on an age of peace and relations between the Cold War superpowers have thawed. Regional conflicts are being resolved. The threat of nuclear war is now a thing of the past. But there are some who do not desire peace. An atmosphere of tension begins to build in the Middle East. A military junta comes to power in Zanzibar land, a small nation bordering the USSR, China, and the Middle East. Zanzibar land attacks nuclear weapons depot sites around the world, seizing those weapons that are still intact, and becomes the world's only nuclear power. It then begins to invade its neighbors at will. After renouncing nukes forever, the world is once again threatened by the specter of nuclear war. Meanwhile, the world's oil supply, which was to last another 30 years, suddenly and unexpectedly dries up. Without a safe alternative source of energy, the world faces a severe energy crisis. It is in these dire circumstances that Dr. Keo Marv, a chess biologist, develops Oilix, a microbe that can synthesize high-grade petroleum. With this discovery, global tensions are once again on the rise. On his way to attend an American science conference, Dr. Keo Marv is kidnapped by agents of Zanzibar land. With its nuclear weapons and the secret of Oilix, Zanzibar land plans to achieve global military domination. Tiny microbe, only a few microns wide, is about to change the world forever. Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake. Johnny, how was my Solid Snake impression?
That was pretty good.
That was pretty good?
I'm not gonna like bullshit you. That was pretty good.
That's pretty good?
Yeah. I was gonna say, like, I kept really quiet on my end. I was like, I don't want to like.
I kept hearing myself breathe and sniffing and like cracking my head.
Well, you know what? That's why I use Zoom. I have like it has like a built-in like noise suppression. I just put it to the highest setting because I think last time we did this episode, it was either my end or both of our ends. We had landscapers. Did you have
Oh, that's entirely possible. In fact, I'm actually in an Air Force community, so there's probably jets flying over constantly all day long. I've just learned to ignore them.
Oh yeah, and there was no sound.
It adds to the atmosphere, though. I got real F-16s flying over my house. I can't say I crave it, but it's kind of fun to watch the jets. Hard though, because they fly so low, and it's like, dudes, like,
oh, really?
You're in jets. Go fly somewhere where there's no houses, and then fly as low as you want. That's my life now.
I was gonna say, how's it coming along?
Oh, the build?
Yeah.
I'm going to start really soon. I've got all my pieces cut out. I've got the super glue I need, but I need to spray paint all the parts before I begin gluing anything together. That way you're gluing plastic part to plastic part rather than like spray paint to spray paint.
Oh, I get you.
So, you're going to tape over certain portions of the model pieces. You're going to spray paint them. And then once they're nice and dry, you're going to try to super glue the unspray painted parts together and get a nice strong hold. And I'm going to begin that as soon as my spray paint arrives, which I just ordered a few days ago.
Gotcha.
So people should start seeing something soon, but it's going to be a long process. I don't even have all the model kits. I don't even have all the parts.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to get started on this thing and people are going to get super excited and then nothing's going to happen for a long time.
Do people bother you? Like, hey, Metal Gear D model, where's that model?
It's no bother, but every once in a while people will reach out to me and go, oh, I've seen pictures of your model. It's so cool. It's like, well, no, that's the real model.
Oh, that's right.
And then other people will be like, oh yeah, I thought like you're almost done, right? It's like, no, I haven't, I don't feel like I've posted anything misleading.
I think because as they see pictures and they're like, oh, he's already done. Cool. Let me see. That looks
people are about to be so disappointed.
I mean, it's a prototype.
It's a prototype. I think it's going to be really, really close. And I'm really excited because I really feel like I can prove a lot of things. And I don't know. I think it'll be cool to show people like the fine minutia of Metal Gear D, because I think what I'm going to be able to build are the legs, the pelvis, and a lot of the details underneath the pelvis. So I'll be able to take some shots of Metal Gear D that's like at ground level, like assuming like you're a 6-foot person and Metal Gear D is like 30 feet tall.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah.
I'll be able to take some photos that look like you're standing next to Metal Gear D and there's its leg and it's enormous, but like you're probably, if I just like set it on a table and take a shot of it from above, it's going to look pretty disappointing for a long time until I'm ready to shape the head out of clay. And that's not going to happen until I identify every single model part that they smushed into the clay.
Oh, okay.
So for a while there, it's going to look like the legs of Metal Gear D with the croat head until I get a chance to get some more parts in my hands.
I mean, you could just like blend it. Like, hey, this is like the TX55 of a Metal Gear D model.
No, I can't do that. It's like I've got to get it done. If Henry Jones Sr. had to find the Holy Grail before he died, I have to hold the Metal Gear D in my hand.
I get you. All right, so
I'm pretty sure that like a crack will open up in the ground and Metal Gear D will fall in it, and my son will be reaching for it, and I'll go, Indiana, Indiana, let it go.
I can't even do like a Sean Connery impersonation.
What did you get out of it, Dad? Illumination. That's all. This is like,
Yeah.
I'm at a point where it's the research that's the project. It's not the model. It's the research that's the project.
True.
And people listening are probably like, "Oh God, that's so boring. We could care less about the research." Build a damn model and put some pictures online.
I'm like, yeah, but there's no fun in that. Like, come on, this is the journey.
It's the journey. I mean, I'm putting a book together, so like as people are bored that I'm like halfway done with Metal Gear D, and that it appears that I'm doing nothing. I'm actually in fact putting a research document together, a book with nice 4K photos and the photos I have of Metal Gear D, the original model, and you know, each part I've identified in one section, and then like the steps to build it in another section. So like I'm working diligently.
Yeah, I mean, they could like, I'll say it over and over again. Like, you could at me, or I'll tell people, like, you can go stuff it if you're like bored, you're like going in a rush. This takes time.
So far, nobody's complained, and everybody's been fantastic. And people have said some really flattering things. And it's like, gosh, I feel like I haven't done anything yet. And you're telling me I've helped you get through some hard times in your life. Gosh,
I've gotten some feedback where it's like, hey, that was a great episode. And I go like, was it really? Because I screwed up the audio. Damn it.
oh, people don't notice that. It's always the creators that are beating themselves up, and the fans that are just like, no, it was great, it was awesome.
Oh my god!
It's like that's what we're trying to keep telling George Lucas is George, no, you don't get it. The Star Wars trilogy was perfect on its release.
I flipped my computer desk in my like I'm supposed to be my recording space. I was listening to it and I heard what I did wrong. I just flipped my computer desk. I was like, God damn it!
Oh, I'm sorry, man.
No, it's my fault, really. Like, I bought this goddamn new microphone thing, and I didn't hit execute. It's like, there's a button you're supposed to hit. I'm like, oh,
if it makes you feel any better, once we get finished with this endeavor, I'm probably going to insist that we go back and do the Metal Gear episode again one more time.
We're gonna like Francis Ford Coppola that bitch. Gonna go in there.
We'll do a Metal Gear Redux, and it'll be so much cooler. And maybe we'll have a guest on board. I am the guest, but maybe another guest. I don't know.
Maybe like a trio.
Because I love listening to those Kojima Frequency guys. I'm like, God damn, they're so smart. Like, where did they get all this facts and data? Because like,
oh man,
I listen to them, and it's like this like amazing like waves of knowledge I've never heard before, and it's incredible. And you can just tell it's accurate. And I don't know. I feel like when I talk about these games, I'm just like describing like what's happening on the screen.
Yeah, that's right. Like, that's what I was thinking to myself. Like, man, these guys are like really on their game. Like, they're like super intimidating. Like, how do they know all this?
Oh, I was scared. Like, I'm like, I feel like at some point they're going to ask me to be on the podcast, and I'm scared to death because every time I listen to their episodes, they're just running circles around my brain, and I'm like, I can't keep up.
No, exactly. I know what you mean.
All right, so let's get started. Johnny, do you want to go back to the moment that Snake crawls up the cliff, and we will? Excellent. Just say 3, 2, 1, and we'll get started.
I was gonna say, like, and this is where I'm gonna put the that climbing music from Ground Zeroes.
Excellent.
Which is so good, so good. Like I hear it all the time now.
Well, I love it. They like finally realize this moment like cinematically, and it's incredible. And I absolutely love Ground Zeroes for that.
Oh my god, that episode alone is probably gonna be like a 3-parter.
I love Ground Zeroes. I could talk about it forever, even though nothing happens in the game. I'm just crawling around and just planting C4 and like anti-aircraft guns, even though I can call the helicopter to places where they won't get shot. And it's just, I don't know. I love crawling through the vents, even though they don't really lead anywhere.
Wait, oh, you're right. There are vents. I forgot about that.
Oh, it's like drainage.
Yeah, the drainage. Yeah,
but it's like you use it to get underneath the wall. But the thing is, the doors aren't locked, which is a shame. They should really have like a guard at the base that when you interrogate him, like he has a key card.
Yeah. And
that opens the doors. But you can also like get around that by just climbing underneath the drainage channels.
I kind of use it to like hide till a vehicle comes nearby, and I could just like hop in real quick.
That's like probably the smart way to do it. I usually go in just killing everybody.
All right, so I am there. I'm hitting play, and here we go. 3, 2, 1. one.
So Metal Gear 2, you've got an intro like Ground Zeroes. You're climbing up a mountain. It's kind of nighttime out. So, you know, you're getting a call where kind of your commanding officer is telling you what to do. Johnny, what did you think playing Metal Gear 2 for the first time?
I thought it was so cool, like having Solid Snake like basically climb to this base, and a first introduction to Colonel Campbell.
That's right, Roy Campbell. You know, we don't have a commanding officer anymore, so they basically plucked the commanding officer out of the Rambo movies and just dropped him right in Metal Gear.
Oh yeah, pretty much. Like,
And
yeah.
I absolutely love it. I mean, First Blood's one of my favorite movies, so like doing Colonel Troutman impressions was always a favorite pastime of me and my friends.
Which is awesome because like that's who I'm hearing
In your head when you play the game?
When I play this game, yeah. I'm hearing him, and it's like instead of saying, you know, John or Johnny, I don't know what he calls Rambo. I think he calls him John.
It's John.
Yeah. I'm hearing him say like, David, it's over.
At college, it was always that way. I'd approach one of my best friends and be like, "It's over, John," and then he would scream back to me, "Nothing is over. Nothing.
It's never over. It's never over."
You asked me, I didn't ask you. I come back here, they're spitting at me, call me baby killer. Who are they to judge me?
Holy shit. Oh man.
The war was hard on all of us, John.
Oh man, you know, like word for word.
Well, I'm screwing it up a little bit, but I love doing Troutman impressions.
This is where I screwed up. I didn't pay attention to the Soliton radar, and I walked right into a guard.
The Soliton radar, it's fantastic. It's right here in Metal Gear 2, back on the MSX Japanese computer. You had a Soliton radar, and most of the time when I'm playing Metal Gear Solid, I'm just looking at the Soliton radar. I'm not even looking at the screen.
Yeah,
but
go ahead.
The one key difference that I think the thing that makes it a little more challenging and maybe a little more fun in Metal Gear 2 is that you don't see their field of vision.
Yeah, there's no cones.
You really have to pay attention to those dots and what direction those dots are moving, because it doesn't show a cone that you can just stay out of the cone and be fine. Yeah, when you enter a screen, you have no idea what direction that dot is facing, and you kind of have to pay attention to what direction they're headed.
It's good for like strategy. It's like you're not like Metal Gear Solid, you're using it basically to like watch where everyone's looking, but for this one, your strategy is like paying attention to the dots, like you said.
Yeah.
And
it still has that element, like you gotta really pay attention to the guards, the routes, how many of them there are, like what you can see vehicles too, so you can kind of tell like what things you can hide behind on the screen, and whether or not you might have cover on the following screen or where you need to run. Like,
true.
I love that Soliton radar. So you sneak into the base through the air vents, a moment that almost certainly seems inspired by
Metal Gear Solid. What?
Oh, no, I was going to say Die Hard.
Sorry. Oh no, sorry. Yeah, I was thinking. I was jumping ahead. No, it is Die Hard.
Yeah. And then in another moment that's inspired by Die Hard, Holly White, instead of Holly Gennaro, Holly White contacts you and says, I'm impersonating a journalist, and I've snuck into this fascist country of Zanzibar.
You think she's using her maiden name?
Ooh. Like there's a John McClane out there that's like, God damn it, Holly. Why are you going under the name White again? Holly White, huh? Yeah, there's a whole other story playing in Metal Gear 2 that we just don't see.
No, yeah. And I mean, this game is like really like, it's still the same system as the first game, right? MSX2, same system?
Yeah, MSX2. It's still the same system, and yet it's like a quantum leap over it.
I was gonna say, like, super detailed. Especially with music and sound.
Music, sound, guards, the fact that they turn their heads and that changes their cone of vision. You kind of make your way up to the elevator in the center of the base, and you go up to floor 2. You grab key card 1, and then you go up to floor 3, and like you're walking through this like amazingly detailed labyrinth. Like it really feels as much as Metal Gear felt like a real environment. Metal Gear 2 is quantum leaps over it, where you're seeing like employees' desks with computers on them, and like
this base has like a more of a very like corporate feel and look to it.
It does, but right? Like Zanzibar land is a country. I mean, this is like an operational facility, and you really get that impression. I mean, you are sneaking your way in there because you're trying to rescue this biologist, Keo Marv, and when you get to him on floor 3, And you find that red dot on your Soliton radar, just like in Metal Gear Solid, where it is Decoy Octopus.
Yep.
Who's
You're
impersonating,
duped.
what's his face? Donald Anderson.
Donald Anderson.
You've got Black Color, who's impersonating Keo Marv.
Mm-hmm. I got Black Ninja on mine.
Oh yeah. He has
It's always
so
a
many
difference.
names. I think it was Black Color originally, and I think it's a reference to a Japanese movie.
I think so. I've heard that somewhere.
But yeah, he's called Black Ninja now, and basically, he gives you this whole speech, right, about how he was like in like some kind of a NASA program of elite black ninjas,
which is pretty cool. Ninjas in space.
I guess so. I thought NASA was kind of like Starfleet, where they're kind of a peacekeeping organization. I refuse to believe that they would have trained a ninja to kill people.
Well, I was gonna say, if you watch the Apple TV show For All Mankind, NASA.
I want to.
NASA.
That show's by Ronald D. Moore, who's got started on TNG, Deep Space Nine, and Battlestar.
It's so good. It's so good. It's from
okay. On your recommendation on my buddies, I'll get it. So you're fighting Black Ninja, as he's known now, and when you defeat him, he tells you that he's Kyle Schneider of the Outer Heaven Resistance.
Yes, and he'll tell you why he's like with him. They don't name check anyone yet. They'll say like I joined him. I'm with him. They don't say Big Boss.
Yeah, and I think Snake's even like, wait, you're working for him? Do you mean?
Yeah, they're kind of hinting.
Dot.
Yeah, they don't say it exactly. It's always like pronouns.
They're really tricky at those pronouns.
Mm-hmm.
And we live in an era now where people like pronouns really mean a lot to people. I mean, they have it on their Twitter profiles, like he, him, or they, them, she, her. And I don't know what I'm getting at here. I'm a little out of my league.
We're in the 21st century.
We're in the 21st century now. We're pronouns.
It's important. It's important to people.
Yeah, and they take it on a whole new importance.
You have to be like mindful.
But here they're being real tricky with those pronouns.
Yeah.
He. And they're just talking about Big Boss.
Yeah, it's like we see Schneider finally. He was a voice from the first game.
What did you think about what he tells Solid Snake when you defeat Black Ninja? And he's like, I'm Kyle Schneider. And Snake's like, oh, yeah, I remember. And then Outer Heaven, it was blown sky high with a self-destruct. And Black Ninja or Schneider's like, no, not the case.
Mm-mm.
What actually happened to Outer Heaven? Why did it blow up at the end?
I think it was the UN. Like, was it NATO?
It was NATO.
NATO strike, right?
He says there were kids in Outer Heaven. War orphans, and NATO just came by and blew the place sky high.
Yeah, I think it was like women, children, refugees.
Yeah, women, children, refugees. Like Big Boss was just trying to help them, and NATO came and just bombed the hell out of it. And it's kind of the first time where like there's kind of like a twist that's a little bigger than Big Boss is your commanding officer and he's betrayed you. Suddenly it's like, the country you work for is not as good as you think it is, Snake. It was the US, it was NATO that did this. It blew Outer Heaven sky high and killed thousands of people. And I don't know, it's kind of strange that doesn't resonate more in this series, because I recently revisited the beginning of Metal Gear Solid 2. And you remember how Otacon and Snake, they'd started this new philanthropy.
Yeah.
And Otacon's excited. He's like, and Snake, we're actually officially recognized by NATO now.
Yep.
And Snake's like, yeah, but we're still on the fringes.
I know. Which I was like, what?
And it's like, shouldn't Snake be like, NATO, fuck NATO, they killed children?
I mean, he should have. He's like, I remember back in Outer Heaven, they bombed them, so fuck them.
Yeah, it doesn't resonate very well. Neither does the Dr. We'll get to it, but the Dr. Mandar thing. Although I guess that's cut content technically from Metal Gear 4.
Yeah, but if you can mine it, it's there. It's part of the lore.
It's interesting the way that doesn't always resonate between games. Like your friends will become your enemies, and your enemies will longingly send you messages like, my daughter Ellen finally got married, Snake. And I just want you to know I'm sorry. I'm sorry about trying to choke you to death.
Oh my God. But they don't explain like how he lived,
No, they
right?
don't. It's just one of those cases where it's like Big Boss, you blow him up with missiles, and then Outer Heaven goes sky high, and then he's still alive. And they've
Yeah.
sort of retconned that now as being Venom.
Yeah. Yeah. I was gonna say like, and that was just mortifying. Like when I played this game, that about NATO and how they just like bombed the remnants of Outer
Yeah,
Heaven.
yeah. That's what I'm hoping to get from the podcast is kind of to hear your thoughts. So yeah, go on.
I was just like, you go in there, you're basically rescuing all the prisoners, all the POWs, trying to like basically stop Metal Gear, stop whoever's in charge, and the mission's over. You basically walk away from everything, and you come back to the second game, and you come to find out that not only did you not like save everyone because there were still people that were killed and left out in the cold, but your own country kind of like lied to you about it.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure they would not have told Snake like, "Oh, you remember all those like refugees and children and women? Yeah, we didn't save them at all. We just let them out in the cold to die."
It's blurring the line between kind of black and white
Hmm.
or good and evil
And
or
also, yeah,
light and darkness. Suddenly Metal Gear 2 is starting to get a little more philosophical. It's going, hey, like you're
hmm
working for a country that's doing kind of the same shady shit the enemy nations you're fighting do.
and this is like where the cachet like Big Boss gets from like basically taking all these people in, and why they're so grateful to him, and why they support him and serve him.
Well,
Yeah.
sure. I mean, I don't want to get too political on the podcast because that really seems to be a hot button issue for people. But like, we've got the
No.
whole issue in America right now of like refugees trying to get in,
Yeah.
across the southern border. And some people are like, no, put up a wall and keep those people out of our country. And other people are like, no, just let them flood in. Um, and it's like, well, there are refugees out there that are in
hmm
war torn countries and they need a home. So a figure like Big Boss could,
Yeah.
who could provide land, facilities, shelter, food, medical supplies,
hmm
could recruit people and rise to power.
Yeah. Give him
There are people in search of a nation, and you could create one for them.
give him the tools to succeed. You know, basically everything you need to survive: shelter, food, um, work. And that's what he provided. That's what Big Boss provided, and why he had like so many people like kind of like revere him, like even throughout the whole series.
Yeah, absolutely. He's kind of this messiah figure. So Kyle Schneider, he before he dies, is like, Snake, I have no quarrel with you.
Hmm.
I'm going to help you find the real Keomarv. Um, what you're going to need to do is, there's a green beret that patrols the facility, and he's the only one who knows the path to Keomarv's secret prison cell.
Yep.
Follow the green beret.
Oh my God. I killed him by accident because I didn't realize it was him.
Oh man! So what did it just say? Game over?
I restarted. I didn't care. I like once I realized like I was not supposed to kill him, I was like, oh crap, reset.
Yeah, Zanzibar Land only has one green beret, and you kind of have to follow his path exactly. I think,
Yeah.
or maybe it's not that you have to follow his path exactly, but like you have to follow him screen to screen within a couple of
hmm
seconds, or he is gone.
Yeah. He does like that dashing thing where he just like runs, which
He,
I don't.
he's toward the back end, kind of the
Mhm.
garage area of building one, floor
Mhm.
one, and he just walks out into the jungle, and you're following him through a maze of plants and trees and bamboo and dirt paths, and eventually, if you're able to stay out of his sight, because he keeps turning around and he keeps like
Mhm.
running ahead, he will take you to the sale that Keo Marv's supposed to be in.
He's a very cautious dude. Is that because he's the only like guy that wears a green beret?
It's a shame that you can't have the cardboard box this early in the game, because I'd be curious, like
Oh, what
following
he would
him
do?
through the jungle in a cardboard box.
Just keeps following him.
So how many times did it take you to follow the green beret?
Oh, only twice. Only twice. 'Cause
Okay.
First time I accidentally killed him. Second time I was like, all right, he's the guy I'm supposed to follow.
So
Kind of.
anyway, he leads you to a shack out in the woods, and you go into the shack.
Mhm.
It's completely empty, and you start hearing You've heard of this before, right? The tap code sequence.
I've heard of it. I've never really like come across it in the games before.
Mhm.
But I mean, at first when I walked to that room, I thought it was like part of like the music for the game until it started becoming deliberate, like more of a pattern.
Oh yeah, it's definitely different from the soundtrack. I can't
Mhm.
remember what they're playing in that room, but it's definitely like you hear an audible like.
It's like it'd be great if you like wear like headphones just for that sequence alone, because listening onto a TV it doesn't help you.
I really wanted to do it this playthrough. I'm like, you know what?
Mhm.
I'm going to take this very seriously. I'm going to pull up that Polybius Square
Mhm.
in the instruction manual, and I'm going to listen to the taps, and I'm going to follow them, and I'm gonna really take it seriously and figure out the frequency that way. And then I looked at it. I'm like, oh shit, I can't remember if you go left first or right first. And then I just immediately said, ah, fuck it. I'm getting on Twitter and typing in what's the code, the tap code.
Yeah, I basically went online and like looked for like a strategy guide, like someone that just like created, like play this game. And I was like,
Oh, I think I ended up just Googling it. I'm like, because I knew that it would be Dr. Madnar.
mhm,
So I typed in just Dr. Madnar frequency, and you talk to him, and basically, the tap codes give you a frequency. You call the frequency, and suddenly it's Dr. Madnar Petrovich on the other line, and
mhm.
he's like, Snake, long time, and he's like, who is this? And Dr. Madner is like, oh, Snake, you know me. I was there at Outer Heaven 3 years ago. And he's like, do you know what my presence here means? He goes, Metal Gear. So he's, telling you that he's had to develop a new Metal Gear for Zanzibar land, and he's a prisoner too. And they took Keo Marv to another area, and there's actually like a whole production line of smaller Metal Gears on the way. So like
Mhm.
even that Metal Gear G lore is kind of still in the game.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Did you catch that when he was talking to you?
I must have missed it. I
It,
must have
it
missed
jumped out
it.
at me. He's like, so
Yeah.
they had me working on a newer, more powerful Metal Gear. The one in Outer Heaven was just a prototype.
Mhm.
This one's the real deal, and it's operational, and they're using it to raid like nuclear storage facilities and recover nukes for Zanzibar lands. And they've got a new fleet of smaller mini Metal Gears in the works. They're starting to put together a production line for that.
Mhm.
And he starts telling you about Keo Marv, and I'm a little fuzzy on the details now, but he's basically telling you that I think he mentions that Keo Marv is like Czech and he only speaks a few languages, and that you're probably going to need to reach Gustafa. Is that the conversation that happens here?
I thought it was like Nustava.
Oh, it could be. Wait, Natasha Goose.
Oh, you're right. It was Natasha Gustava.
Yeah, we'll just call her Natasha. She's like a
Natasha.
former Olympic medal skater. He definitely brings up his daughter Ellen again. He's like, Ellen's not married yet. If you need
Oh
to get
yeah.
hitched to somebody, which is really odd for a guy that tries to kill you later.
It's like I don't know why you're like pimping out your daughter, dude.
Yeah, he's
Think.
always so worried about his daughter getting married, and that's the deleted dialogue from Metal Gear Solid 4. Is I want you to know Ellen finally got married. So anyway, he gives you the frequency of
Mhm.
Jacob Jorgensen or something like that.
Yeah.
And he's a specialist in animals. And to tell you the truth, I barely even called him. I don't.
Oh,
I,
Yosef.
yeah, and
Yeah.
he's. I think I used him for the pigeon, the
That's
carrier
pretty.
pigeon
Yeah.
sequence.
Uh,
But Dr. Marv kind of sends you on your way, and he's
Mhm.
like, I'm locked in a room, but you need to go find Marv, and then you kind of make your way through the jungle a little further, and that's where you kind of get your first call from your number one fan.
Yep. It's the beginning of that.
Yeah, you get like what did you think when you saw that? Because you must have recognized that from Metal Gear Solid, right? When Gray Fox is calling you.
Yeah. I was like, oh, Deep Throat. That's the
Yes.
first thing that came to my mind. I was like, oh, this is where we're starting. Which, when you think about
And
it,
I think it's the same dialogue, right? He's like,
it is.
Snake, there are landmines. Watch
Yep.
out for them.
And then he guy's like, who is this? And he's like, just your number one fan.
And then he's labeled in your radio contacts as your number one fan.
Which I loved. I was like, that's great.
So you make your way a little further into the jungle, and then you get to the swamp maze. Was that too much of a problem for you?
No, not really. I mean, it was really creepy about the kids. The kids really creeped me out.
Oh yeah, you start seeing kids in Zanzibar
Yep.
land right about here, and you're like, oh gosh, I hope this
Which
one doesn't go nuclear like the last one.
which is not, I mean, it's not, I mean, it's unsettling, and they're no harm to you. They give you like little information here and there, but I don't know if the information is actually accurate.
No, it's accurate. They're like,
Okay.
oh, I spotted like what looked like green pineapples in the other room, or stuff like
Yep.
that, or oh, I saw a truck carrying missiles nearby, and like
Hmm.
the stuff they give you is pretty critical. Like a kid will
Okay.
say, like, if you catch a cold, there's medicine in the infirmary.
I think what it was, like, I was talking to them so many times, I thought they were doing like double talk, where one was saying something really accurate and the other one was kind of like detouring the accuracy. I
Mhm.
may have just like read it wrong.
You know, it's hard to know because like there's so many versions of these games now, and they keep changing the
Mhm.
translations that like I don't know what's accurate anymore. Because the fan translation I originally played, the kids were referring to One-Eyed Uncle as
Yeah,
saving them.
that's the one I got.
And then I played it on the official HD collection, this most recent playthrough, and they're like, he's like a father to us, and they kind of are referring to him as like a father figure.
Hmm. Yeah.
And all I can think is, you guys don't want this guy's your father.
Oh hell no. He's no good. He's no good to his own kids.
So you make your way through the swamp, and that's
Mhm.
where we come across the Running Man.
Running Man.
Are you a fan of the Running Man? I'm assuming that you grew up on Arnold Schwarzenegger movies like I did.
Yes, I did, and
I,
I absolutely love it because you have basically reprising his role was the old Price is Right guest host, I
no,
believe.
no, not The Price is Right. It
Oh no,
was
not the Price is Right.
Let's Make a Deal,
Let's
right?
yeah. Wait,
No,
was it
no,
on
no,
the
no,
Price?
no, no, no,
No,
no,
Price.
no, no, no. It
Wait,
was
was it?
not Jeopardy. It was
Oh
Family
God.
Feud.
Damn, you're right. It is
Family
Family
Feud.
Feud. It is Family Feud. He's like the most suave, like I forgot his name, but he was the one that's always kissing the ladies.
Oh, always kissing the
Super
ladies. Who
suave.
loves you and who do you love?
And
Killian.
that was
Yes,
just
yes.
perfect. He was just perfect for that role. I was like, yes. Like you need
Oh
somebody
man,
like that.
I loved The Running Man. I actually recently bought the Blu-ray. I haven't owned it since VHS, so I probably haven't seen it in 20 years. I need to watch
Mhm.
that, but I love that movie. It's got some great it people always quote like other Arnold movies, but The Running Man probably has the best Arnold lines, and nobody ever quotes it.
I think that not many people like remember it. It's
Oh, it's so great. There's a scene where he's in the Running Man game, and like
mhm.
Killian contacts him on a secret frequency so the audience can't see it. And he's like,
Oh yeah,
Ben, we'd like to give you a job. We want you to be a stalker on the Running Man. What do you think? And Arnold's like, I'll tell you what I think. I'll live to see you eat those words, but I hope you leave enough room for my fist, because I'm gonna run it through your stomach and break your goddamn spine. Ah!
hey, he kind of like reprises like his tagline from like the Terminator films for Running
Oh,
Man.
right. Killian
He,
sends
yeah,
him, and he's like, and Killian actually has the ultimate comeback to Arnold.
yeah, which is
Arnold
great.
says, Killian, I'll be back. And Killian says, only in a rerun.
Yep, that was just perfect line and perfect comeback to that line.
Nobody's ever had a comeback
Context.
to I'll be back except fucking Killian from Family Feud.
Yeah, no, everybody was like, okay, cool, you'll be back.
So you defeat the Running Man. He's in a gas chamber, so you're running
Mhm.
out of air, and you use landmines to beat him. And you're just running
Yeah.
around 4 screens, which makes sense with your Soliton radar that you can only fight boss battles on like 4 screens.
Hmm.
So you defeat him, and then is he the one that gives you the advice that there's like a tank production line in Zanzibar land, building 1, floor 1? And they're getting ready to fit surface to air missiles on those tanks. So if you go to that production line, you can actually steal those.
Oh, you know what? He probably did, and I just didn't realize it.
So yeah, that's what he does. And then you go to the
Yeah.
tank production line in building 1, which is actually supposed to be the area where we saw Metal Gear G's.
Mm. Okay.
And there's a screenshot of it, and I think it's just so much better than what they had to give us, which was just kind of like a room with like kind of those black and yellow stripes and some tanks that are, you
Yeah.
know, I guess in production. But it was originally supposed to be a super high tech like clean room area with like lots of Metal Gear G units under construction. And man, I wish we could get a Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake director's cut.
I know, it's like there's so much like cut content
Yeah,
that
it's a shame.
they probably didn't have time to keep it in, or story wise didn't think it was like.
I think they just didn't have the space. I mean, this game, this is something people talk about. The game was supposed to be, I want to say 3 megs of ROM, and they had to like negotiate to get an extra chip in the cartridge to make it like 4 megs of ROM or memory, so that they could have these cinematic cutscenes in the opening and everything that they wanted to pull off, which I think they had from Metal Gear as well. I think Kojima said that in an interview, but they ended up having to cut some of the cinematics in the original Metal Gear and some of the radio conversations in the original Metal Gear. And it's like, damn it, man! Like in new releases, can that stuff not be restored? I mean, I guess it's just lost with time.
It may have been like, I doubt that. Like, it's
like those computers are no longer around.
Yeah.
Any saved data would have been stored in like floppy disks or something like that, and it's probably just gone
and like probably disposed of.
So when you get to the missiles, you go to fight the Hind D,
which is absolutely great because the Hind D actually communicates with you.
Yeah, it's much more exciting than the original Metal Gear. The original Metal Gear, the Hind D's just sitting at the top of the screen, and you just kind of lop grenades at it, and it's blind spot, and that's it. And this one, it actually is on a helipad, and it takes off, and it attacks you from above.
Yep, and I think the person in the loudspeaker was like, "Die, Foxhounder." I don't know if you got that one.
Oh yeah. I think a lot of the villains will do that. They're just like, you know, they'll like in classic like Metal Gear Solid 3 fashion, they'll do like, I'm the pain and this is the end of you, John or Naked Snake. And yeah, it's the same way here where they're like, I'm the running man, or hey, you're about to face a Hind D. There's no chance. And I think I want to say this is around the point in the game where you get into contact with Master Miller.
Is it?
I want to say you can have a radio conversation with Master Miller where he says, oh, going against a Hind D, that's practically suicide, and it's thought of as a sure death. That is until they invented the like Stinger missiles.
Yep. Oh, you're right. Yep.
Yeah, the conversation with somebody. It might not be Master Miller. Someone tells you that though.
Someone gives you the information about the Stinger missiles.
Yeah. And like I said, if you haven't seen Top Gun 2 yet, go check it out. Because you get to see somebody go up against a Hind D and they do not have Stinger missiles.
Ooh. That's all you need is Stinger missiles.
It's so awesome. So anyway, you beat the Hind D, and that gives you access to the giant communication tower in the middle of the base. Sound familiar?
Yeah, it sounds like from an entry down the road.
And when you get to the communication tower, you get a call from Holly White that's like, they've captured me, Snake. They don't know that I have my radio on me still, and I don't know how long they're going to give, until they find out that I still have my radio on me. So hurry. I'm located somewhere that's got like, it sounds like there's water around me and a running generator.
Yeah. She gives you like a sound map, like what to listen out for.
Yeah, she says there's water above me and to the left of me, and there's a generator to the right of me. And that should give you some clue as to where I'm at. So you start infiltrating the communication tower in Metal Gear 2, and there's like 3 elevators in kind of a maze. It's kind of a weird floor design that's just kind of a circle that spirals inward. And the elevators go up to like floor 10, floor 20, floor 30, but one of them goes down to floor or sub-level 1. And what do we find down there?
I'm at a loss. What do we find down there?
We find the drainage channels of Zanzibar land.
Oh, that's right. I'm like,
yeah.
Like, what?
And naturally there are kids walking along the sides. And we find some plastic explosives, and we kind of have to blow a hole through a wall, but we find Holly White, and that's kind of a fun conversation. God, I wish we had a female presence on this episode, because that's a really funny conversation with Holly White.
I was gonna say, I need to feel a perspective on these episodes. At least someone to come in, like someone I could just like call on a whim. Like, hey, you want to come on the podcast real quick?
That would be fun. That would be a lot of fun. So anyway, there's
Mm.
a lot of flirting between Snake and Holly White, and she gives you all the clues. I think she tells you about the carrier pigeon that Keo Marv sent out that has a clue
hmm
on a note around its ankle.
Yeah. And no, I was thinking of Yosef. Never mind.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
Holly, there's just a lot of banter between them where Snake's like, "Damn," and Holly's like, "What? What's wrong?" And Snake's like, "I didn't know you'd be so cute." And
Which,
Holly's like, "Oh, did you think I was ugly from my voice?" And Snake always has like the perfect answer. He's like, "No, no."
so am I to believe like they can see each other? Oh wait, no, they're right in front of each other. Why are they communicating? Oh wait, because of the game system.
That's right.
I just
And,
like,
and Holly's like, "What? Watch your back, Snake." And he's like, Snake's like, "That's the kind of thing you'd say to a boyfriend when you kiss him goodbye."
oh my god. Snake is just like really like thirsty in this game compared to
Yeah.
others.
And Holly's like, "How should I say goodbye to you?" And Snake's just like, "Why don't you tell me, see you later, and take care of yourself?" It's
Oh
so
man.
corny and funny,
Yeah.
but here's the thing: like, we're really because Snake doesn't really talk in Metal Gear.
No, it's like very
It,
minimal.
in the original Metal Gear, it's just like if you call for help, you just say, "This is Solid Snake, come in,"
hmm
and that is it. I mean, the rest of the game, it's prisoners talking to you, Gray Fox talking to you, Big Boss, Diane, Jennifer Schneider calling you, talking to you, but it's just you receiving the information. In this one, like they're really starting to give Snake a personality that we see carry over into the Metal Gear Solid games.
Oh god, yes, especially in
The way he just
first one.
mercilessly like throws
hmm
himself at women and
Oh yeah, that's gonna be a great conversation.
oh yeah, the whole like I'm no hero bull crap and
hmm
you know you're an awesome hero, Snake. Don't come on, your codename Snake for God's sake.
I know, right? Like, let's not beat around the bush here.
So you rescue Holly White, and I actually around that time that's when I jumped in the drainage channel and kind of
Mhm.
took it for a ride.
Oh, you did?
It's always a nice way to get back to building one and pick up some more equipment.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. Trying to think. I was just
But
like, yeah. Go
at,
ahead.
at this point in the game, that's where you're kind of exploring the tower. I'm calling it a communication tower. It might not be a communication tower. I might just be filling in that word just from Metal Gear Solid, but it's definitely the communication tower sequence in Metal Gear Solid, just vastly expanded.
Yeah, and I'm thinking because like we didn't get this game in the States till much later.
Oh, that's a
Yeah,
tragedy. Although I don't know how we would have gotten it in the States unless they ported it to like Super Nintendo.
they would have to.
There's no way the regular Nintendo could have handled this.
No way. No, there's just too much.
Yeah, even though it's 8-bit, I mean, they loaded that cartridge up with, extra, memory, and it's a shame we didn't get it. It's a shame that we got.
Snake's Revenge.
Well, yeah, Snake's Revenge, and I didn't think that at the time. I mean, I really do think Snake's Revenge is a fun game, but it just seems like a baby step up from Metal Gear
Mhm.
on Nintendo, the Nintendo Metal Gear. Snake's Revenge is a baby step up, whereas like Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake is the quantum leap over the original MSX Metal Gear.
Ooh. Oh my god. Like, yeah, if you go from like the PS2 Metal Gear Solids to like the PS3, there's a leap there
Yes.
from basically from 3 to 4. And God, from like 4 to all the way to 5.
Oh
It's
yeah.
unrecognizable.
There's always a jump up in quality. Like the only other time that happened on the
Mhm.
same system was with Metal Gear Solid 2 and Metal Gear Solid 3, and people might disagree with me. I'd imagine like Nitroid or Apache Smash would have very strong feelings about like comparing those two. But
Yeah.
like for me, like sure, like the frames per second were lower on Metal Gear Solid 3, but that was to put the resources toward other things. You got,
Oh, that's
jungle
true.
environments that have animals in them,
Mm-hmm.
and it felt like there was a bigger cast of characters. Like Metal Gear Solid 2, I really felt like Dead Cell was really small.
Yeah, they didn't seem like
You
a
got
very
Fat Man, you got
grandiose.
Fortune, and you've got Vamp.
That's it.
And you've got their leader Solidus, and he's kind of hanging around with Ocelot. But like in Metal Gear Solid 3, the boss has like this larger Cobra unit, but like the boss is also rubbing shoulders with like Ocelot, Volgan, and
Mhm.
Sokolov and Eve. So it's like there's a group of bosses and there's a group of like sub bosses, and it's just I don't know. We're getting off topic here.
I
In
know.
in Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake, this is the sequence where you're infiltrating the tower facility.
Mhm.
You've rescued Holly. You're exploring the facility. You kind of find grenades, and this is where you. What would this be? The third boss fight of the game? Because you've taken out the
It
Running Man. You've taken
should
out the
be.
Hind D
Yeah. And
and
it
Black
should
Color.
be.
So this will be the. And I can't remember what this guy's called. He's the one that's chucking grenades at you.
I got it. Red. I think it's Red Blaster, or they say R
Red Blaster.
Blaster.
That's it.
Yeah. Which, some of these bosses are an upgrade, but some are just like, you're not an upgrade. You're okay, boss. You're not great.
Well, the boss fights are never terribly hard, but I do appreciate in this game that they force you
Change your gameplay style.
to change your gameplay style. The original Metal Gear, I'm constantly just shooting remote controlled missiles, and the game's a
Yeah.
breeze, and the bosses, there's not much they can do about it to stop me. In Metal Gear 2, at the very least, even though the boss fights aren't too hard, you're fighting them in different environments. They're and the environments and the way the boss fights are designed, like you have to switch up your weapons, you have to switch up your gameplay style to defeat them.
I was gonna say, it's not very cliche and corny. Like, one, they're very one-dimensional, and two, they're two-dimensional.
That's funny.
Because
But
yeah,
it is like Metal Gear Solid 3, though. Like, if there's any
Mhm.
gripes about that game, it's that a lot of the Cobra unit is just like, I'm the pain, and there's no more depth than that.
that's true.
Or, I'm the fear. Or, some of those guys don't have much personality. The Fury doesn't have much personality, but that's okay. I mean, they're just there to be an interesting boss fight.
Yeah.
The real meat and potatoes comes from like the kind of upper level villains, the boss,
Mhm.
Volgan, Ocelot, Eve. And you may not agree with that, but Eve is totally a villain.
Oh God, yes. Basically, like, oh, I'm sorry, we're going off topic.
She plays you at the end. You don't get to fight
does.
Eve,
She
but
hurts.
she
hurts
plays you at the end
John.
of the game. I remember getting really sad at the end of Metal Gear Solid 3 because I thought we were going to fall in love and have kids.
This is probably why John becomes like such like a man like woman hater.
Oh, he does. I mean, like Casino Royale, for example, the exact same thing happens to Bond. He goes from life or death
Oh.
situations with
Yes.
Eve
hmm
in Casino Royale, and then she turns around and betrays him at the end.
And he throws that cold hard line, like, what M asks him, like, "Are you okay?" And he just like flats out goes like, "The bitch is dead."
Ooh, yeah, that was a cold one. And then in both cases, I think somebody reminds you, they're like, well, no, I mean, there was a moment where they could have let you die and they didn't. And there was no reason for them to do that because
Mhm.
you're according to their mission, they could have let you die and they chose not to. So
Yeah,
they
I
must
know.
have felt something for you. It must have been a little bit real. And that's kind of fun about spy movies or the spy
Mhm.
genre. Is the fact that even though people are playing each other, like it does involve sort of like pseudo falling in love, the way oh, gosh, we're getting so far off topic here.
I know.
There are those movies where someone will play with your emotions to get what they need out of you. And then, I mean, that's kind of the thing of the spy community, right? Is the female, the femme
Yeah.
fatale who will, make you feel cozy and loved and kind of horny or whatever. And then stab you in the back as soon as they have the information they need.
Oh God, yeah. That's what three is all about, is horniness.
Oh yeah, that game played me in a way that I felt like no other game in the series did. In fact, in Metal Gear Solid 5, when you have that moment where you defeat Quiet in a sniper battle,
Oh God.
and you're hovering over her with a gun, I really took a long time to make that decision.
I just let it not.
I said,
didn't
on
do
the one
anything.
hand, the female characters in the Metal Gear games really kind of screw you over.
That's true. They do. Almost all of them. Not every single one of them.
On the other hand, I mean, I know she'll be my buddy in the game and like help me provide sniper support during missions, and that's pretty cool.
which she's really good at.
Said I'm too curious about the story points that are going to come by leaving her alive. So yeah, I didn't kill Quiet there. I'd be interested to hear from anybody who did kill Quiet there and what the gameplay was like afterward.
It must have sucked.
It must have sucked. Or
'Cause-
maybe if you try to pull the trigger, it doesn't let you.
No, I think it does.
Maybe like Snake gets ready to
it.
pull the trigger and then like Kaz grabs your hand and moves it out of the way. And he's like, "What the hell are you doing, Snake?"
I don't know. I think it was Miller. It was like he was like, if you bring her back, boss, I'll kill her.
Oh, you're right. So maybe it was Ocelot
Yeah.
then. Or I don't know.
I don't
You probably
remember.
can kill her, and then just those missions are eliminated from the game. I don't know.
Yeah, there is like I think some content's been cut because she's dead,
Which
you-
sucks.
and
Nobody
yet-
wants to
yeah.
do that.
and you have to go back and save her in order to get it.
Oh,
Yeah, you can replay the mission and keep her alive, and then go from then on out.
so we're thinking that maybe she survived a bullet hit to the head.
I mean, I don't see why not. Like, she had like those crazy powers.
We're so far on topic. What plot point did we just miss in Metal Gear 2?
He met with he communicated with I was gonna say Kiev, but I literally forgot his name again.
Oh, Keo Marv.
Keel Marv.
That's right. That's
he
right.
talked to him and he
You
can't
find
communicate with
Keo
him.
Marv, or you call him, right? Because you capture the
Yeah.
pigeon. There's a pigeon
Yeah.
on the roof, a carrier pigeon with a message, and you have to lure it with rations to actually get
Mhm.
close to it because it likes to eat potatoes or something. So if you
Yep.
pull out one of the 3 types of rations that has potatoes, the pigeon will let you approach it, and you pull the note off. And I think that's where you find the note that says Ohio, and it has a
Yes.
lowercase h, and it turns out that's the frequency.
Mm-hmm.
You're supposed to call a frequency like 40. Oh gosh, what's Ohio upside down? Anyway, you call it, and then Keo Marv answers, but it's all in Czech.
Check, I think, yeah.
And then you call Dr. Madnar, who says, "Oh yeah, he's Czech." Sorry, I forgot to mention that. You won't be able to communicate with him unless you find this Olympic gold medalist skater, Natasha, who is also here in Zanzibar land.
Yeah,
So
it's like, kind of like rendezvous where.
Yeah, so the goal
Or-
becomes to kind of find her, and so that you can use her to communicate with Dr. Marv.
Yeah, basically be your interpreter.
Yeah, which is a real cool detail. I mean, that's something that we see resonate in the series too, because like
Mhm.
you played Metal Gear Solid 5 and like everybody's speaking Russian.
Yes.
And it's like, well, this is going to be frustrating.
Or
But then you start to Fulton extract people.
Mm-hmm.
You start to develop your intel units. You start to develop like a really good translation team, and then suddenly like everybody's speaking English the rest of the game, so that you can understand.
Yeah, so I was gonna say, like, what I imagine is like someone's actually like real time translating for you.
Yeah. So like here we see those ideas in a very early development that are real cool.
Which I'm like that, which is like fantastic because you kind of see like all these creations basically from birth,
Yeah.
almost kind of like.
It's a lot more fun. I remember
Mhm.
Quentin Tarantino talking in interviews about Inglorious Bastards.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas like there's so many World War II movies, and in every single one of them, you've got these American actors doing these like terrible German accents, and then like the good guys and the bad guys are always interacting or whatever. And he's like, that really takes a lot of the fun and the tension out of this genre.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Like
You also- yeah.
when you make these stories, like you really need to have situations where these spies in foreign countries, they're having to communicate with people who speak French or German or whatever, Italian.
Mhm.
And it adds this level of tension that you could get by if you're a spy, if you're able to speak these languages fluently.
It's also kind of like the beginning of like foreign language in the Metal Gear games.
Yeah. And we've got Solid Snake, who's like a Aldo Rain, who's like Buongiorno.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. He has to find the Czech-speaking Olympic gold medalist.
Which that's a lot, to tell you the truth.
What do you mean?
Like, with all these like spy tropes, someone's usually like their backstory is like they were former blah blah blah, or like former Olympic athlete.
Well,
I was like,
you got to
whoa,
have
what?
some fun with it, and
That's true.
I forget the Gray Fox was not modeled after Dolph Lundgren. That was somebody else. That was it doesn't matter. But
Mhm.
I can't help but think about Dolph Lundgren. Like he sort of became a celebrity because he was the bodyguard to like Whitney Houston or something.
Really?
Maybe not Whitney Houston, but like Dolph Lundgren was like this like fit, 6'6" bodyguard for like some celebrity singer who they fell in love and they were dating, and that's sort of how he became a celebrity.
Oh, I get you.
So it's kind of interesting that Natasha, she had this relationship with Gray Fox as this like mercenary.
Oh yeah, and I think it goes more in detail about like her backstory with it as well, does it not?
Yeah. Oh yeah, it really is at the heart of the game.
I think it's like interwoven
Yeah.
to her character.
Does Natasha come on to you as well? I want to say that she almost gets to the point where she's like halfway falling in love with the snake.
You know what? I played like with the original portraits, so it kind of like looks like she's fed up with me. Her character model.
Oh really?
Yeah, like kind of like when you see like Solid Snake looks like Mel Gibson, and the Colonel looks like the Colonel from Rambo, like those original portraits.
Uh-huh.
It looks like she's like fed up with Snake. Like it does seem like Snake's trying to hit on her.
I think I know exactly what you're talking about. The original character portraits, the ones they used for Natasha. She has one where her eyes are open, and then they used one where her eyes are closed, but it like looks like mid blink.
It looks like she's rolling them at you.
Yeah, and it's
I think Snake does kind of try to like be a little flirtatious with her.
Which just shameless. No wonder why Gray Fox wants to kill him so bad that he's chasing him through life and death.
Oh my god! If you think about it, like Snake's responsible for a lot of things about Gray Fox.
So anyway, you're Metal Gear 2. You talk to Keo Marv. You can't speak with him. You're kind of sneaking your way back through the Zanzibar land. I think the Building 1 facility, right?
Yes.
You got a whole bunch of new key cards now, and this is a really cool portion of the game where you make your way up to the crew quarters and the mess hall in Building 1, where there's like dinner tables with chairs, and there's like bathrooms and television sets and a couple of guards on patrol, and you're trying to find that one guard in Zanzibar land that doesn't walk like a man, and who is going to go to the ladies' room to take her clothes off and get changed into her, regular clothes. What does that sound like?
It's like Meryl.
It's Meryl,
except without having to stare at people's butts.
And then you follow her into the bathroom, and she's like, "Oh, typical Western American man, always a pickup line." And Snake's like, "I know you. You were in the Olympics."
Yep, there's more backstory, and I just realized that like you see it as we're seeing it now.
So we're talking to Gustafa, and she's asking about Keo Marv, and Snake says, "Okay, well, I made contact with him over the radio, but I only speak English. I can't communicate with him." And Natasha's like, "Well, okay, give me your radio, and I'll talk to Keo Marv for you right now." So we see a radio conversation between the two where they're speaking Czech, Republican language. And I don't know if it's legit or not. You're looking at it right now too, right? Does that look legit to you?
It looks like it, but I don't know. I didn't get a chance to like kind of translate any of the text. But we're seeing a foreign language, like so they don't like.
Yeah, we're definitely seeing a language we don't understand, and even it might be the phonetics. I don't know.
And it doesn't say like any kind of like quotation saying translated and then type it out in English.
Yeah. So we find that Keo Marv is safe and he's being stored somewhere, and that she's going to help lead you to him. But I think she says that we need to get Dr. Madnar first.
Yes. Yeah, and she kind of like shows you the way.
And she's like, here's a shortcut to the crevice. There's an old sewer running underneath here, and we can take the elevator down to it. And Snake says, "Whoa, there's an elevator here? What do you know?" Because we're in the ladies' room.
Oh, you're right. I didn't oh, yeah.
And in the men's room, it's all urinals and stalls and sinks. And in the ladies' room, they have all that stuff too, except for urinals, I guess. But there's an elevator in the back as well.
That's an odd choice.
And it takes you down to basement sub-level 3 that you can't get into any other way than through the ladies' room. And you enter this really creepy sewer sequence, which Again, very reminiscent of Metal Gear Solid 3.
Oh, right.
The way you're making your way through the tunnels, and I almost sort of got the impression that it was like a sewer area for the base, and you jump off the waterfall.
Mm-hmm.
And there was even supposed to be a sewer level sequence in Metal Gear Solid 4 where you're escorting an injured Big Mama.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that got cut from the game, but like a geckos were supposed to be chasing you. But in this sewer sequence, there's like these big industrial cleaning machines that can like run you over.
Oh, is that what they were? They were cleaning machines?
I think so. I think they're just
Oh,
cleaning
okay.
machines.
Yeah, because there's like no backstory to it. So I thought they were like patrol robots.
But this secret path seems to be the only way to get Dr. Badnar out of his cell, because the elevator goes right up to his cell. You talk to him, and there's some catching up.
You know what? You pointed that out to me, and I didn't realize that.
Realize what?
Those points right there. Like to get to him, you have to go to the women's room. I just completely blanked on it and just kept going where I need to go.
I mean, presumably, like these are multiple ways to get into like an underground sewer area.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to think about it too much, but yeah, you take the women's room down in building 1 to the sewers, take the sewers a little bit north that lead to that shed that you followed the Green Beret to.
Mm-hmm.
And it pops up in a secret entrance in the shed where you get Dr. Madnar. There's a little catching up, and then suddenly you've got Natasha with you, Madnar with you, and they're kind of following like a classic like RPG, like you're playing Final Fantasy VI or something.
I was gonna say Earthbound.
Earthbound,
Almost.
that's a perfectly good example.
You kind of see like I think there's like some dialogue that happens where it's like they kind of question the doctor like and his appearance.
Oh, right. We're kind of up on that. We can kind of Dr. Madnar's like, Snake, wait, I can't go on. I must rest a little. Natasha says, Snake? Snake's like, all right, we'll take a short break.
He's kind of pissed off. He's like,
please excuse me. I have some business to take care of. So Dr. Madnar is going to go take a leak.
Because he's old.
And Snake and Natasha sit down in what looks like pee. Natasha says, how odd. Snake says, give the guy a break. He's an old man. He can't hold it like he used to. Natasha says, no, I meant us. A world-renowned scientist, a former Olympic athlete, and an ex-special agent.
It's almost like a fever
Fate
dream.
can be funny sometimes. Fate? Yes, perhaps you're right. You know, when I was a little girl, my mother used to tell me stories about Poland during World War II, about the Warsaw Uprising. My mother spent days in the sewers under the city, fleeing from the Nazis. Her skin and clothes were caked in black with mud. You could not even see her face. My mother and I were much alike. We're haunted by war. Gustafa, why'd you quit skating and join the STB? You'd think an Olympic medalist could get of the royal treatment when trying to leave the East. Not exactly. It was something about the ice. It felt cold. The ice? Snake, are you married? No, I don't have a family. You? I'm all alone because I like being single. Perhaps I simply never had the chance. What about a boyfriend?
Nice.
Once. Only once. I thought about getting married. Oh boy, this dialogue's going way too quick. But you get the idea. She's saying that she dated a Western man named Frank Hunter. He was handsome, well-mannered, intelligent, but always afraid. I would have thrown it all away for him. My family, skating, everything. I would have followed him anywhere. You would have defected? Yes, but it was not to be. The West rejected my bid for asylum at the last minute. Some sort of political reasons I still don't understand. They probably didn't have room for you. Happens all the time. Boy, is that a fact.
Jeez. Even to this day.
I don't know about you, Johnny, but I feel like there's plenty of room.
Yeah. Wait, there's room. There's room to be like, we just like look around, like, come on. That's ridiculous.
So anyway, there's a long, drawn-out conversation between Natasha and Snake. Well, Albert Einstein's taking a leak behind a barrel somewhere.
He goes off.
And then he comes back. And Snake's like, that was some bathroom break.
Oh, jeez.
Natasha says, let's go. And the three of you head north through the sewers, where there's yet another elevator and a closed gate. Johnny, you remember what's coming up?
Oh, yeah. We're about to get the first glimpse
Oh, that's right. Metal Gear
of,
D's
of
coming
Metal
for
Gear
you.
D. And it's oddly like there's nobody around.
A bridge. So you come across a bridge that is going across a large chasm. And Dr. Madner's like, let me go first. I haven't got much life to live anyway. If this old rickety bridge collapses, it won't be that tragic if an old man like me, dies. He makes it across.
Yeah, but
and he says, it's all right. You can come.
Yeah, but
and then
yeah.
Natasha starts to make her way across. And she stops in the middle of the bridge and says, it's safe, Snake. Hurry and cross over. And then a missile comes out of nowhere and blows her up on the bridge.
Holy shit.
So then we have another prolonged emotional scene between Snake and Gustafa or Natasha, where they just kind of reflect on what they talked about.
Yeah, they kind of like put it like towards like the tail end of it of her like run, basically. All this like emotional. I thought it was Natasha. Like for some reason I have it in my notes as Natasha.
I'm gonna say it's Natasha Gustafa.
I could be wrong.
Anyway, she's using all kinds of skating metaphors about planting her feet on the ground, and she could never get good footed on the ice. And
does she realize?
And Snake's using the metaphors too. He's like, well, tensions between the East and the West will thaw one day. And
does she know who shoots her?
She does not.
Oh,
it's a little tragic and ironic. Like it's never really addressed that she is killed by the one guy she wanted to marry in her life.
Oh yeah, she would put it all away to this one guy.
And that kind of hits on the themes of Metal Gear 2, where like people who are your allies in one game will be your enemies in the next. And here's this little snippet where these two lovers who are separated by country and borders and all this stuff, one killed the other one and there's no acknowledgement, almost like he had no idea he just killed Gustafa.
Yeah, he doesn't even like blame himself. He blames Snake.
I mean, Snake was his ally in the last game and, rescued him as a prisoner in the last game. And now here he is fighting Snake in this game. And politics and governments and political ideologies, like it's the thing that seems to be constantly changing, and the thing that seems to divide people who care for each other.
Yeah, like I say, it's always ever changing.
And now we have that moment where they drag off Madnar. The screen goes half black, and then it's almost like a curtain comes up, and there's Metal Gear D. Snake, it's me, Gray Fox. Gray Fox. This bridge is closed. I'm taking Madnar with me. Tell you what, Snake, for old time's sake, I'll do you a favor and let you live. If you can get your sorry carcass out of here, you hear me? Go home, now. Think it over, Snake. You won't get rid of me that easily. This is fun stuff.
I tell you, there's definitely more emotion.
Yeah, there's way more emotion. There's way more character on display here in Metal Gear 2 than there was in the original game. I feel like if people who have really only played the Metal Gear Solid games, are even slightly interested in going back, and it might be, this might be the one to walk back to. You might tiptoe back to Metal Gear 2, and you'll just be blown away by how similar it is to Metal Gear Solid.
You'd be back home, basically,
And if you can get through Metal Gear 2, you can definitely get through Metal Gear.
Oh, God, yes.
I mean, just the gameplay mechanics are so much better. You can crawl, you can hide under things. When guards are looking for you, there's actually evasion mode where they're looking for you, but they can't see you.
And it gives you like a timer, like how long you have left till you're in the clear.
All the stuff that we see in Metal Gear Solid that just delighted us when we thought this was just a new way of playing video games.
In which Metal Gear Solid tells you about pre-existing technology.
Oh yeah.
And it kind of plays into like, oh yeah, it is pre-existing technology because you had it in Metal Gear 2.
So when Gustafa dies, you get a what was it, like a brooch from her?
Yeah, it's a Zanzibar land brooch.
Yeah, it's a ZL brooch, little Zanzibar land brooch that she must have had on her, shirt. And Snake, I don't know if he realizes it yet, but this is sort of like the PAL card, right?
Yeah. I was gonna say like it's the PAL card, like, but way better, I think.
It is kind of cooler. Where
Yeah.
this metal brooch, it changes shape based on temperature. So
Mhm.
there's a place in Building 1 in Zanzibar that you can go back to now that you have even more key cards,
Mhm.
where it's kind of back to the crew quarter area, where if you go into a sauna, the brooch heats up and turns into a key.
Yeah, it becomes like malleable.
And if you go into like a meat locker in the cafeteria area, it'll freeze and turn into another key, right?
Yeah. No, you're right.
I'm
You're right.
embarrassed to admit I don't think I did the cold one. I think I just did the warm one.
Yeah, no, I didn't do the cold. I did warm. Yeah, I'm
I'm curious
wondering.
to see what happens with the cold one, but the warm one, you go into the sauna and you hide, and there are like guards walking into the sauna that have like they're
Mhm.
naked and they have like towels around their neck.
Oh my God, yeah. Did you get the one with Big John?
What do you mean, Big John?
And the game I was playing, it's like, it's supposed to be like blacked out like Sensor Bar, but his butt and his dick is blacked out, pixelated blacked out. And it's swinging.
Oh my god!
And I don't know if that was like
I want to say the
maybe.
version I played, he had a towel around his waist and a towel around his neck.
Oh my God, no, the one I played,
Oh, it's
sorry.
possible it was censored for Western audiences or
Yeah,
something.
yeah. It was
That
like I
sucks.
looked and I was like, whoa. I was like, that's why I call him Big John. I was like, Big John's come up in the sauna. And
I
it's
I played the fan translated version a long time
mhm.
ago. That must have had it, but I completely forgot.
Yeah, and his penis is just swinging side to side as he's walking. And I said to myself, like, don't see me, don't see me, don't see me, don't see me.
And they complain how quiet is dressed.
Yeah, seriously. Come on.
Quiet's basically wearing a bathing suit with like stockings, right?
Yeah, like broken, like I want to say fishnet stockings, but they're
Yeah,
stockings. Yeah.
like it's not that bad. Come on.
And that's where you get, I think this is like also like you get the humor, like that kind of like raunchy humor you get throughout the series.
Oh yeah, we it becomes very clear in this one that Snake is kind of a horny guy.
Yep. I mean, how many like of these like missions can you go on and survive?
Well, that's true. I mean, he's in the tactical espionage game. Isn't that supposed to be all about romancing beautiful women and going and infiltrating bases and such?
Pretty much, yeah. You're supposed to be like use not only your mind and your body as well for like the
So we're
spy
sneaking
game.
through the crew quarters, and this is kind of
Mhm.
fun. Like they have like hardwood floors and security cameras, and there's like Zanzibar land soldiers in bed.
Yeah, I think like the one room the floors squeak if you
Yeah.
if you
And you
walk
can
on
wake
it.
up the sleeping soldiers if you
Yep.
walk on the hardwood floors versus crawling on them where they can't hear you. You can turn like light switches off and walk through areas or and use like your night vision goggles.
Yeah, I had to use night vision goggles.
This is around the point in the game too, where just for convenience, you're using that drainage ditch and you kind of catch a cold and you have to go to the infirmary and grab some medicine.
Mhm.
And then we get to that great sauna sequence. Let me see if in this playthrough there's
Oh,
he's got the towel on.
no, that I'm gonna like go back and like take some snapshots.
Don't just take some snapshots. Can you turn it into a GIF?
Oh, you're right. I could. Yeah, I'm going to of him like
Please turn it into a GIF for
walking
us.
up and down, and I'm gonna post it.
So just like Metal Gear Solid, you take the brooch, you go into the sauna,
Mhm.
it heats up and turns into a key, and then you go to Natasha's locker that one of the kids tells you is hers.
Yeah, I think the kids actually told me about the brooch before anybody else.
And it's
Like a
just fun
call.
details. Like guards will
Mhm.
come to that locker room and like pull out trash out of the locker and take it to the trash chute. And you go to Natasha's locker, and that's where you get the cassette tape.
Oh yeah, and
Another staple of the series.
I was trying to remember like what was that cassette tape was this was the wasn't that
It's
their
the
anthem?
Zanzibar Land national anthem, which is
Yeah,
a lot of people like to point out is really like Christmas music.
it sounds like Christmas music a little bit. Probably because Big Boss loves Christmas.
Oh, sure.
and believes in Santa.
Another thing that comes around in the series, although I think this is set on Christmas Eve because of Die Hard.
Mm-hmm. Which is great because it gives you the action movie vibe. Like
Oh
you said,
yeah.
during the holidays, you kind of like hurry up and so you can get back in time. Which Snake does say in a couple occasions that he wants to get the mission over with before Christmas, or at least Christmas dinner.
How did you do in the building facility where you have to go all past all the mannequin dummies?
Oh, the dummy soldiers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I noticed like some of them were like they weren't like solid dots. They're kind of like blinking dots. So I come to realize like those were real soldiers mixed in with decoys.
Right. It's like movement getting detected on the radar, kind of like aliens.
Oh, right. Which I'm getting like some of the decor of this base kind of reminds me of like the alien world kind of like sets.
Oh yeah. There's some really good stuff in here. So you're making your way through the base, and then you go back. I think this is the point in the game where you go back to the tower. You can get the glider, go back to the tower, and you jump off the communication tower with a glider, that you can get across the bridge, which has been blown up.
Which is by far like it's like it's even more awesome. Like in one, you have a parachute, and this one, it's a hand glider.
And there's that extra detail too that when you are on the glider, you actually have to use the wind direction.
Yes.
So we're getting a situation where the environment is actually affecting your ability to play the game.
Which that's great. Like for like this game of this time to implement that.
Oh yeah, you have to smoke a cigarette right there on the edge where you're going to jump off with the glider to see which direction the smoke is blowing. And only when it's blowing north can you jump off the glider successfully and land on the other side of the bridge.
And it's just like another way to make Snake look really cool.
Oh yeah. This game forces you to smoke, whereas Metal Gear,
oh my god,
you didn't necessarily have to.
No, they just like you can do it if you want. It's your choice. Your body, your choice.
You just won't look cool.
And this one, it's like Snake's like, hold on, let me get smoke. Wind direction. All right.
When you take that glider, you can't go back to the communication tower, can you? Or building 1?
I don't believe so.
So that's like
it's kind of like
once you do that, you cannot go back to those old areas. And I think that's why I never used the brooch for the cold room. Because I got into a point in the game where like it gives you the latest key card and it gives you the glider, and I was in the communication tower, and I'm like, I'm just ready to move on. Even though I knew there were doors I hadn't opened yet in building 1, I felt like the game was telling me, go on.
Keep going. It's also like,
and I sort of knew already that like when you fight Metal Gear D, you do it with grenades, and it makes you lose all your equipment.
Yep.
So I'm like, fuck it. Like I know I'm gonna lose all my equipment anyway.
I'm not gonna need the stuff that like whatever.
I'm not gonna go back and with the key card 7 and see what last door I didn't open.
Did you like get like overwhelmed by this game?
Yes, all the time.
Okay. I thought it was maybe just me. Like this is the
only. What parts of the game overwhelmed you?
Like the halfway point of the game. Like
what do you consider to be the halfway point? For me, it's the moment that you jump off with the glider.
Yes. Right after that, I feel like it gets way more chaotic, way more crazy. And I mean, I don't know, maybe it's not true or not, but I feel like there's more patrol guards, like more guards in general.
Yeah. It seems like the difficulty goes up.
It goes up.
The games are good about doing. But also too, like in the communication tower, like right when you're getting ready to leave that first half of the game, you go up in the elevator to where that jump is. And Gray Fox calls you on the radio and says, you took the elevator. I've got 4 guys in the elevator that are the 4 horsemen. And they're a special assassination squad. And they're going to kill you in this elevator.
4 horsemen sounds way better than Ultra Box.
Oh, way better. How did you do fighting them?
Not too bad. Like you kind of see like a pattern, like who's jumping off where.
And yeah, they kind of jump down and it takes them a couple of seconds. That gives you really enough time to kind of face that direction and just hit him with the machine gun. But my tactic is I was actually using landmines on the elevator.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I sort of noticed that they jump down and run back and forth on their yellow
Oh,
line.
Yeah.
So I just started like running in circles and dropping landmines like crazy.
Did they die faster with landmines?
I thought it was a more effective way to do it.
Okay, yeah, because it felt like really drawn out.
Because I was
with,
switching
like,
my body
one
armor
gun.
and rations back and forth, and then I realized, oh crap, I'm running out of rations quickly, and I don't feel like I put a dent in these guys.
It took me 2 times because I did die. I ran out of rations, and on the second playthrough, there's that guy in the bottom.
Uh-huh.
He did not move for the entire.
It might be because you were
run.
standing too close to them. It might be that they only
Possibly.
move when you
Yeah, I think that's what it
shift
was.
around.
Yeah, because I kind of like kept myself like in the middle of the elevator, going side to side, trying to take those guys out first.
But basically, what they do is they stand on the like roof of the elevator and then jump down and attack you. It kind of taking turns, like jumping back up and jumping back down and shooting at you, and it's just a complete death trap. But once you defeat these guys, the elevator just completely heads back to floor 1, almost like the cable snapped.
It's like it drops, and for a second there, I was like, "Oh my god, I'm gonna lose."
So
health
yeah,
on this one.
it drops before you get to the 20th floor and drops you back to floor 1, and you have to find an alternate route back up to the 20th floor, and that's where we get the iconic scene where you go up to floor 10, and then you have to run up 10 flights of stairs while guards are chasing you the entire time. Which this is all in Metal Gear Solid.
Yep.
Metal Gear Solid, you get to that first communication tower and you run the staircase all the way up to the top. Then you descend off the roof in an interesting way. You have rope and a helicopter shooting at you. And then you head over to the other communication tower where you fight a Hind D on the roof. And then is that where you get in the elevator and there's the 4 guys that are wearing the camo armor?
Yeah, the rest of the camo. Yeah, that Otacon like calls you and like frantically says like, "Oh my god, the 4 camos ahead, they're gone."
Oh right, the GIF everybody loves where Otacon has this freak out moment. Snake, look out! They're in the elevator with you. That's why the weight limit alarm is going off.
Yeah, and like right after that, they like go like, "That's right, Snake." I think. Wait,
but those guys were way easier to kill than the 4 horsemen.
Oh yeah, the 4 horsemen were like, because like they're just jumping up and down.
The 4 horsemen were legitimately hard, but those guys with the camouflage on, they I don't remember them being too hard.
Probably because they had camo and they're like, "Oh, he can't see us unless they shoot. Then I can see you."
Yeah. But it's weird, like how much of this game finds its way back into Metal Gear Solid. Because I've always made the argument, I've always said, look, like if you're going to make Metal Gear into a series of movies, you should really start with the Outer Heaven incident.
Yeah. If you're
do the Outer Heaven story, do Snake versus Big Boss, like, and Gray Fox is the prisoner. That should be your first movie. And then you could do like Metal Gear 2, and then like Metal Gear Solid could be like your trilogy capper.
That's true. And I don't know what they're going to do with the film.
But it's like,
everywhere.
gosh, like the Zanzibar land disturbance is so similar to the Shadow Moses incident. So it's like, well, which movie would get what action scene? Would these action scenes be pulled out of Metal Gear 2 so that Metal Gear Solid could be the Metal Gear Solid that everybody knows and loves? Or do you just have these sequences in both movies that are kind of extremely similar?
What I was hoping they would do is to like kind of like go back and forth.
Maybe. I mean, maybe they could do the staircase sequence in one and then do the elevator sequence in the other where they have the octo camouflage on.
Which I kind of feel like that's what they're kind of leaning towards.
Like pick one. Like one movie gets to do the staircase sequence and the other movie gets to do the elevator sequence.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah. I think from what like how the director's describing it, it's like he's gonna bleed.
I hate that.
The other stories. Which are like what?
I think it's going to be like a comic book movie where he's basically like, oh, you know, like when they do a comic book movie, there's like 80 years of Superman comics.
Oh yeah.
And there's not just one Superman comic line. There's like 7 Superman comic lines that are like all different continuities.
Mm-hmm.
So typically when they make a comic book movie like Superman or Batman or Spider-Man, they'll kind of cherry pick the stuff they like and kind of tell their own original story that kind of takes little bits and pieces from different iconic moments and blends them together. And that's probably what he's going to do with the Metal Gear Solid movie if it gets made. But I feel like, gosh, these are such tight stories, and Kojima is really a good storyteller. Like, can we not adapt it like a Lord of the Rings trilogy? Like, why can't it be treated like the adaptation of a novel?
I mean, oh yeah, like I was like, why don't you treat it like the Bond films?
Oh, that'd be so awesome.
You know,
where it's like James Bond, like Sean Connery did like he was supposed to do 6 in a row, but he stopped after 5 and then did the 7th movie. But like, yeah, you could hire a Solid Snake to play, or an actor to play the Snake characters for like an 8-movie contract.
Yeah.
And then why couldn't those movies simply be Metal Gear, Metal Gear 2, Metal Gear Solid?
I mean, I don't see why not, to tell the truth. And, everybody's craving for this content, basically.
They want the Metal Gear Solid name. They want the Solid Snake character. They want some of the designs like Metal Gear Rex, but I'm worried that overall they're just going to do their own thing with it. And
hopefully it's recognizable.
I don't think the screenwriters behind the Metal Gear Solid movie that's in pre-production, I don't think they're Kojima level storytellers. And I think that's why they really need to stick closely to just adapting Kojima's material. I
mean, you could just ask him. He's got that great relationship with Sony.
Yeah, but there's that strained relationship between Kojima and Konami. But I think I've heard the guys in the Kojima frequency say it doesn't matter. No, Sony owns the Metal Gear IP and they can do whatever they want with it. And
I think it's like somewhere along the line where it's like they don't really have to like, they can hear Konami's their point of view, whatever, but they don't have to like listen to take their orders or anything like that. They can do what they want.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what that situation is.
Yeah, I don't know.
So I don't want to speak to it incorrectly because clearly Konami owns Metal Gear Solid and the rights to make the games to it, but
I know, and they're like always on the lookout.
But Sony has the rights to the movie, and I think they can do whatever they want with it because they purchased the rights to the movie, and now it's theirs to do with what they want for as long as they have those rights.
Yeah, I think like creatively they can do whatever they want.
So it makes sense that they would probably
they'll just sneak them in a box in the studio.
Speaking of sneaking into places, okay, so you climb the staircase, people are chasing you the entire time. You wait for the wind direction to be right, and you jump off the communication tower, and you take your glider and you fly over that destroyed bridge. And then we have now landed in the second half of the game. We're now walking on the ground that Metal Gear D stood.
We're just getting closer and closer to finally going face to face.
And then we find the fellow, was he called Predator in your version?
Yeah, he was called Predator. Oh, here we go. He was
Predator. Jungle Evil in mine, and it's basically just your classic, I've been waiting for you, Snake, I'm Jungle Evil. Let's see if you're a real snake or not.
See, I got Predator, and I thought he was going to like do the whole camo thing.
Well, that's what he does. He's hiding in the tall grass.
Yeah,
he's like the Velociraptors in the Lost World. But
it's a neat boss fight.
Oh, it's really cool. It's kind of like whack-a-mole.
Mm-hmm.
He pops up from the grass and you shoot him in the face.
I threw grenades at him. I kind of learned my lesson from these previous iterations, like go for the kill by all cost.
Johnny, what's your impression of the Predator series? Since we're talking about Snake fighting the Predator.
I absolutely love the first film. The second film is okay. I mean, I'm not gonna super hate on it because
you're not wrong. I mean, Predator is a classic blockbuster from the 80s, and Predator 2 is flawed, but it's the only other movie by the writers.
Yeah,
it's like John and Josh Thomas or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And they're brother screenwriters. They wrote Predator, and then they wrote Predator 2 under the circumstances they wrote it under, which is Arnold's not going to come back.
which that's pretty hard to do. Like it's
Yeah, but I feel like Predator
story-wise.
2 has some saving graces that put it a notch above any of the crap that came afterwards.
Oh yeah. I mean, I put that
Alien versus
above
Predator 1
everything
and
else. Yeah.
2, Predators, The Predator, they've all sucked.
I
And at
mean,
least Predator 2 has some interesting things happening.
the Robert Rodriguez like produced one was okay. Like the
It
idea.
was okay, but it felt very bland.
Mm-hmm.
And then,
yeah.
unfortunately, Shane Black's The Predator was just flat out terrible.
Oh god, because what did he come on the first film to do like some like polishing of the script?
He's a great screenwriter, and he has been his entire career.
Yeah,
and he was brought on to polish the script to The Predator, which or Predator, the original film, which he kind of denies. He says, "Well, I let them hire me as an actor, and I didn't polish the script because I thought it was fine, and it didn't need polishing, and I didn't want to take an opportunity away from new screenwriters that I thought did a pretty good job." But there's a lot of Shane Black-esque dialogue in the movie.
Yeah,
that's not in Predator 2.
Yeah,
and people have theorized, well, it's nice of him to not take credit, but it seems like he did do some level of rewrite.
I was gonna say John McTiernan said he was too busy wanting to be an actor than be a writer.
Yeah, and John McTiernan was probably frustrated. He's like, gosh, like, come on, man. Like, you're the guy that wrote fucking Lethal Weapon. Like,
let's go.
Give us some better dialogue here.
Give me that like the weapon like language you did.
Yeah.
Your Shane Blackness.
Which, so we defeat the Predator in the game, and then we kind of there's a shed, right? What happened in the shed? I think you just collect equipment. I could be wrong. I don't think there's any important conversations there.
There's nothing of importance there, really. Just probably like,
Did you notice these trucks parked on the side of the cliff?
On their first round, or like coming back to it?
So like there's the you're making your way around the second half of Zanzibar land, which is like on the edge of a cliff. There's like a fence.
Yeah.
And all along this fence, there's like trucks parked between a fence that has no gates and just a giant chasm. And it's like, who the fuck parked these trucks here?
I don't know. I mean, that's just like you put him there. How the hell are you gonna get him out now?
I've always been a little curious about that. I guess you could like Fulton system them out of there, but gosh, who parked them there to begin with?
That would be like cost way too much. Big Boss is probably like, we're spending too much on Fulton.
So this is a fun part of the game. I mean, this is a part of the game that it
was kind of weird.
I guess it kind of what does it the most of? I mean, to me, it sort of feels like Groznygrad. Or maybe it feels like Camp Omega.
Maybe like,
you're in a part of the game that's like all fences and outdoors and guards on patrol and small structures.
Yeah, I would say like probably from like the way it looks, you probably think like Camp Omega. But I got like more like from Metal Gear Solid 3.
Yeah, it's a lot different than Metal Gear Solid, and Metal Gear Solid 2, where you literally spend the entire game pretty much inside of a facility. This one, it really feels a little more like Camp Omega here on the second half of Zanzibar land.
I mean,
outdoors, fences, guards, electric fences, laser gates, small indoor facilities that you can kind of pop in, grab what you need, and get back out.
That's pretty much true. Yeah, the way you like how you broke it down, it's more like Camp Omega.
But I love this stuff. It kind of reminds me too of like the Phantom Pain. There was that sequence where you get Code Talker and he's like in a mansion in the jungle.
Oh God, yeah.
This second half of Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake, it feels like that to me. I'm blown away seeing Kojima like doing all this stuff on an MSX2 in 1990 on the same hardware he made Metal Gear on. And we're seeing things that we don't see until much later in the Metal Gear Solid series.
Kind of like, basically getting like all your money's worth from the system.
Oh yeah. He was a keynote speaker in 2009, somewhere in the States. I'm not sure where. It doesn't matter too much, but he did a presentation where he talked about like developing each Metal Gear game and like what the goals were. And it was really cool hearing him talk about creating a genre with Metal Gear.
Mhm.
And then Metal Gear 2, the challenges of creating the next evolutionary step up in the genre, and yet using the exact same hardware and the exact same tools,
Yeah.
and making it for the same system. And then he talked about wanting to make that third game 3D,
Mm-hmm.
but that's something that he couldn't do on an MSX. So suddenly the search was on for what's the new system and what's the new home for the Metal Gear series. And for a very short time, it was going to be what, the 3DO?
Yeah, I think it was. It was gonna like they were considering the 3DO, which, to tell you the truth, I didn't. It escaped my mind. I don't remember much about the 3DO.
Yeah, I think it's one of those systems that came out in like the Atari Jaguar or something like that, and it just
Mhm.
like,
It
I don't think it
just
made much of an impression.
Yeah, it just like burned out basically.
Yeah, and maybe not that it was a bad system, but just it didn't catch the public's interest. In Metal Gear, you go into one of these structures. That's where you fight. Is it Night Fright?
I got Night Sight.
Night Sight.
Night Sight. It might be
And he's
different.
not terribly hard. I mean, you can just take him out with a machine gun, like the Machine Gun Kid.
Yeah, and you just like just basically shoot him up.
But I absolutely love the sequence where you're popping in and out of structures, and you keep getting phone calls or radio calls from your number one fan.
Mm-hmm. Kind of give you like intel where you should be heading and what you should have.
Yeah, and Gray Fox is leading you right to him, just the way he tried to do in Metal Gear Solid.
And what'd you think of your Solid Snake? Why are you falling for that again?
Yeah, he's kind of stupid.
He could be like number one fan. He could be like Gray Fox.
Yeah.
I mean, you could have just like called him out like in the beginning of Metal Gear Solid. And if you play these games in chronological order, the way these games are like timeline wise, you would kind of like pick that up and like, wow, Solid Snake is not a smart guy.
No,
Like what's wrong with him?
it
And
kind of looks dumb if you play the games in order, which I recommend you all do. Like seriously, you can sit down and play Metal Gear 2, and Metal Gear Solid over the course of a weekend. If you really like, you have no life and you have lots of potato chips and soda,
mm-hmm.
and just order some pizzas, and you could play that Metal Gear trilogy, and Snake just looks like a complete dumbass.
Oh my god! And also letting people stick him with anything.
Which is kind of funny when Metal Gear Solid 2, where you play as Raiden, and Raiden's like, I just saw a dude running around in a box. He must be like a psychopath or something.
Yeah, Raiden's all
and
like...
Snake's like, is it really that weird?
Oh my god, yeah, because I think Raiden's supposed to be like the player. Like,
yeah,
that's what it's supposed to be. Like, he's supposed to be the player.
It's kind of funny that we're poking fun at Solid Snake and his tactics, because by the time you get to the fourth game, I mean, it's just, and the games are getting more and more realistic.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the stuff Snake does in the history of the games is just silly.
And I'm saying not just him, like also like Big Boss himself as well.
Oh yeah,
it gets crazier.
Well, like Snake's boxes too. Like in the original Metal Gear, like Snake's box is like a tall box.
Yeah.
That realistically, if you put it next to like cargo crates, you can imagine like hiding in there and getting away with it. Metal Gear 2 as well, where like the box is sideways like it is in the rest of the series, but it's still a closed up box where if you're in a cargo room and a soldier comes in there and looks around, like he doesn't suspect that it's anything. And then suddenly when you start getting into the Metal Gear Solid games, these boxes have the flaps open on the bottom.
Yeah. You see the
and
flaps.
It's like, who is falling for this?
Like, no, it's like, obviously this box is not closed. Let me kick it.
Not only is it not closed, it's not closed on the bottom. So clearly somebody's like standing in it. I don't know. It's funny. And that's the intention, is just, it's supposed to be funny.
Yeah, there's the humor that comes to play.
Yeah. The deeper you get into the games, the more these iconic things sort of become jokes. Because did you notice in Metal Gear 2 that when you start hiding in the cardboard box, like soldiers, this is where they start to go, what is that? And they start shooting at you.
Yeah.
And after they shoot you a couple of times, the box disappears and gets unequipped, and you are in a battle.
Yeah, I didn't think that was going to happen.
Yeah, it catches me off guard every time.
Yeah. I mean, because like if you play the present games and you go back, you kind of like think like those things will carry over. But
they haven't begun yet. We haven't begun. It's like we haven't.
That's what
gotten
you
there yet.
think. You think that
Mhm.
MSX doesn't have any tricks up its sleeves, but it does.
Oh yeah.
Because Kojima's the game designer.
I mean,
And even though other game designers weren't doing this stuff on 8-bit hardware, Kojima
Mhm.
was.
yeah, and that's what like makes these, and that's what makes the games like really like like a piece of work, a work of art, basically.
Oh yeah.
You know.
I mean, people have said it. People really think that Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake is the best 8-bit game ever made, and
I would say
it probably is.
It might be,
Yeah.
because like back in those days, like I was super heavy in Super Mario Brothers 3, and I thought that was
Oh
like,
yeah,
the
we all
best.
were. I mean, that was the gold
Yeah.
standard. That was the blockbuster.
Yeah.
When we were kids, like it was like the Indiana Jones trilogy or the Star Wars trilogy was like the
Mhm.
coolest movies ever made, and Super Mario Brothers 3 was the coolest video game ever made.
Yep.
But we didn't
But-
have Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake here in the US.
No, I mean, if I had this game, this is all I'd be playing up until like my system would die.
As we're infiltrating these kind of barracks facilities
Mhm.
in the second half of Zanzibar Land, we sneak our way through the hallways. We elude guards. There's these giant robot cleaners that we have to kind of elude and not
Mhm.
let them run you over. And then we finally come across where they were holding Keo Marv.
Yep.
And we find Dr. Madnar there.
Which I find both unsettling and like really eerie. Like
Yeah,
the
so
whole
Dr.
scene.
Madnar is standing next to Keo Marv, his bedside, and he says,
Mhm.
Snake, you're too late. He just died.
Which I'm pretty sure he just killed him then and there as you walked in.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And Dr. Madnar is kind of letting you in on all of the data on Oilix is being stored on an MSX cartridge. It turns out Keo Marv is a huge gamer, and he loves playing games on the MSX. That's where he's storing the data
Mhm.
rather than on a Modisk.
Rather than anything, he stored it on an MSX cartridge.
And I think it's being stored in the locker in the room, right? There's a bed in the room, there's a locker in
Yes.
the room, and Keo Marv is dead in the bed, and Dr. Madnar is just kind of standing there looking at you.
Mm-hmm.
Holly calls you, says you're in danger. She says, it's Madnar. He killed Keo Marv.
Mm-hmm.
He was rescued from outer heaven 3 years ago, and things did not go well for him. People saw his theories as radical. He was dismissed as a madman. He was shunned by the scientific community. And he really had nowhere left to turn other than back to Big Boss.
Yep. Who's going to bring you in with open arms.
So he's been selling secrets to Zanzibar Land, and he let Zanzibar Land know how and where to grab Keo Marv. And this is where Albert Einstein tries to chokehold Solid Snake.
Which, if I didn't know about the memes and the gifs and all that stuff about this, I'll be like, that is freaking nuts. Like, why is this guy like trying to choke me out? Like, I'm like trying to choke out Salt.
So Dr. Madnar,
Mhm.
this is where he says, I wanted to complete my Metal Gear project. I wanted to, this is the pinnacle of my history in robotics. This Metal Gear D model.
Mm-hmm.
And he's basically admitting that when he took the bathroom break in the sewers, that's when he called and let Zanzibar Land know exactly where you were and where to set up the ambush with Metal Gear D. And you must have defeated Madnar with the remote controlled missiles, right?
Yeah, that's the only way I knew of, like, myself.
It looks like you can defeat him with landmines too, because as you turn, he's holding on to you. He's on your back, so you can put down a landmine, spin around, and blow him up with the landmine.
Which I didn't know about that. Which seems like it would be easier rather than trying to use a remote control missile. To tell you the truth, maybe not.
Hard to tell. I think it's somebody chokeholding me. I don't think I'm going for landmines or remote controlled missiles. I think I'm going for a knife, but in the context of an 8-bit game, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and the infamous like poisonous hamsters of Zanzibar Land.
Yes, the poisonous hamsters. So there's a mouse hole in the wall that you crawl through,
Mm-hmm.
and that's where kind of like Escape from Alcatraz or something.
Oh yeah.
where behind the locker there's a hole where the vent used to be, and you kind of crawl and you grab the MSX cartridge, which has all of the data on Oilix on it. And then Dr. Madnar, when he's dying, he tells you the secret to destroying Metal Gear D. And he's doing it to atone for his sins and for his daughter, Ellen. The armor's thinnest on the legs. Somebody sent me a funny Twitter message once.
Yeah.
I was talking about my model build, and they said, make sure you reinforce the armor on the legs.
And I don't think any Metal Gear's like weak in the legs after this.
No, Metal Gear
Right?
Rex is all legs.
Is he weak in the legs?
No, he's like his legs are like enormous compared to every
Oh
part
yeah.
of
Yeah.
Rex.
It's always like someplace else different where the weak point is.
But Ray, isn't that how you defeat Ray? Don't you like shoot it in the knee and then it like bends over and screams for some reason, even though it's a robot?
Try to remember. Yeah, you gotta get.
And then you shoot it in the mouth.
Yeah, to shoot the mouth. The mouth is where like you really want to hit it. But then again, you can shoot a cannon at you if it opens its mouth too long.
The whole Ray boss battle just gives me a headache. I don't even like to think
Oh
about
my
it.
god! And we're gonna
But
have to
this is the
revisit that.
part where we fight Metal Gear D.
Oh yeah, it's mobile, a mobile Metal Gear.
Snake, I'm not the same I used to be, and neither is Metal Gear. I'll show you what fear really is. Prepare to taste defeat. And then you get into a boss fight with your first Metal Gear.
Which I was very surprised how quickly that thing moves.
It's pretty quick.
Yeah, yeah. Luckily, it's just up and down, not like up, down, left, right, like a whole screen.
The only thing I'll say is it's kind of a shame that the Metal Gear D boss fight is only on one screen instead of 4.
Yeah, because you had a lot of room. I thought it was gonna go like carry over like into another room.
The Soliton radar can see 9 screens, so all the boss fights in the game are 4 screens. So that you can run around this environment, this 4-screen environment, and the boss will be on the radar no matter what. But Metal Gear D, you just simply fight it like in a hangar room. It's just one single screen.
Oh yeah, yeah. Which is, I mean, it's definitely an upgrade from the first one.
And when you destroy Metal Gear D with grenades on the legs, it blows up, and somehow Gray Fox, who's piloting it, is okay.
He just runs away.
He runs away. I guess it blows up, and maybe he exits the hatch or something. There's probably some logic there.
Yeah.
Kind of like Liquid Snake did. But
That's true.
Snake, who was outside, got the brunt of the explosion, and all of his stuff's on fire. And Gray Fox is basically like, I have the cartridge, Snake, burn in hell. Oh, let me.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm going to back up just a hair. I want to read this dialogue between these two guys.
Go ahead. I thought it was always funny with like after this fight, before you get to Gray Fox, like you're on fire. Your head's on fire.
So your head's on fire, and I think it's just
fire.
flickering.
Yeah.
But there's also screenshots where it's like clearly your backpack's on fire.
Yeah.
But because it's flickering, sometimes your head's on fire too. But you all your equipment that you've gathered the entire game, you have to get rid of it.
Destroyed, yeah. Other than your rations.
Because it's on fire and it's hurting your health bar. The cartridge is mine, Snake. Burn in hell. Snake's head's on fire. Colonel calls you with your head on fire. Snake, your items are on fire. Throw away your weapons and equipment quickly. Use the O button.
Which I'm like, I think you would know, like as a player, yeah, I'm on fire.
Cigarettes, gas mask.
God, sucks, the cigarettes.
Key cards. All of it. You throw it all away and you chase Gray Fox through the facility. Where am I? The perfect ring for our final battle. It's been a while, Snake. Here we are, back in the minefields. What do you say we go hand to hand? A chicken fight? The two greatest rivals of Foxhound. I've been waiting for this moment for a long time. Fox, I'll beat some sense back into you. Snake, it's time you learn why they call me Gray Fox. I think I read that correctly. It went a little too quick for my dramatic pauses.
No, this dialogue speeds up really quick. Towards the end, I noticed.
Yeah. So anyway, Gray Fox is running in circles around the room, and you're just kind of punching him. And you can actually kind of avoid his punches or hit him at the right angle. It's actually a pretty dynamic fight for being an 8-bit game.
Yeah, you kind of like have to time it right for this fight. It's almost like a boxing match. Like
Oh
he's
yeah,
kinda
and like a
he's
classic
running.
8-bit game, whenever you punch him and he's still got like full health, he flashes white.
Mm-hmm.
And when you punch him and he's unhealthy, he flashes red. Snake, looks like it's finally time for me to give up the title Fox. Fox, why? I'm not like you, Snake. My situation is more complicated. Big Boss might have just been another CO to you, but he saved my life twice. This was way before I joined the unit. The first time I was half white living in Vietnam. It was after the war, and half whites were being sent to forced labor camps. He saved me from that living hell, just like he saved all the children here. The second time was in Mozambique. I was being tortured as a Remo soldier, and he saved me again. They'd cut off my ears and my nose. And this is your idea of paying him back? No, you've got it all wrong. I hate war, just like all the kids here, but I need it. War is all we know. We can't make it in a normal world. We need the battlefield to survive. Big Boss gives us a place to fight. Conflict is in our blood. We can't deny it. I was born on the battlefield, and I'll die on the battlefield. All I can do is fight, Snake. All I can do is fight. Making people happy, making a woman happy is something I could never do. You mean, guess I was fated to die in action. Rest easy, Fox. I swear I won't turn out like you. Won't turn out like me? I'll have to remember that. Fight hard, Snake. Don't let your fans down. My fans? It was you, wasn't it? You were the voice on the radio. Call it payback for being so selfish. See you on the other side, Snake. You won't be alone, Frank. Gustafa's waiting for you. Gustafa. Thank you, Snake. And then Gray Fox blows up!
You know what? All the bosses blow up, like Cobra unit style.
And then you take the MSX cartridge from him.
That didn't blow up.
I figure Big Boss, he's stoic, he's more mature.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking about him in Metal Gear Solid 4, where he's just like really a chill guy.
Over here, Snake. Over here, Snake.
Big Boss, you're alive?
Snake, welcome to Zanzibar land. I knew you'd come back to me.
I came to get rid of the nightmares I've been having for the past 3 years.
The nightmares, they never go away, Snake. Once you've been on the battlefield, tested the exhalation of tension, it all becomes part of you. Once you're awake in the warrior within, it never sleeps again. You crave ever bigger tensions, ever bigger thrills. As a mercenary, I think you would have realized that by now. You care for nothing, for power or money or even sex. The only thing that satisfies your craving is war. All I've done is give you a place for it. I've given you a reason to live.
I never would have made you for such a terrible hypocrite, Big Boss.
You saw those children, didn't you? Everyone's a victim of a war, somewhere of the world, and they'll make fine soldiers in the next war. All I've done is give you a place for it. I've given you a reason to live.
I never would have made you for such a hypocrite, Big Boss.
You saw those children, didn't you? Everyone is a victim of a war somewhere of the world, and they'll make fine soldiers in the next war. Start a war, fans flames, quick victims, they didn't save them. Train them and feed them. It's a perfectly logical system. In the world of ours, conflict never ends, and neither does our purpose, our reason. That's right.
So there's plenty of job opportunities. Is that what you're trying to say?
On the battlefield, you and I are valuable commodities, but back home, we are nothing but dead weight. If we're lucky, we might get the attention of some two-bit journalists for a cheap tabloid. You and I are doomed to repeat here until we die like dogs on the battlefield.
I've only got one fight left to free myself from your grip, to rid myself of those nightmares. Big Boss, I will defeat you.
It doesn't matter who wins here. Our fight will continue. The loser will be liberated from the battlefield, and the winner will remain. And the survivor will live out the rest of his days on his shoulder.
It doesn't have to be that way. I'm not like you. I love life.
Very well, Snake. I'll release you from your suffering as your former commander. I'll do one last favor and put you out of your misery.
I don't need any more favors from you.
Really? And just how do you expect to beat me in your condition? With no weapon?
I'm not a performer.
We're not voice actors.
That we aren't. Never give up. Fight until the end. Always believe you will succeed, even if the odds are against you. Those are your words.
Even I make mistakes from time to time. Snake, this is our final battle. Let's end this once and for all. Which, this is like my favorite boss battle for the whole series.
Oh, it's a good one.
Just the way you had to fight him, like, you got nothing, basically. I think you actually do have nothing, right? Other than, like, maybe, like, a ration here, too.
You have the cartridge.
Oh, right, yeah. But
now,
like,
where Big Boss is in the game, like, he's in this kind of 4-room complex that has these doors he could go inside, and luckily he's got some key cards laying around, and he happens to have just enough stuff lying around to fix his hair and smoke cigars.
That's probably what they were for. Because Big Boss does have a nice head of hair.
Oh yeah, he's well groomed.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, what can you really do with a can of hairspray and a lighter?
Which I had a like that was the part that was so fun for me. It was like just lighting him up on fire with it. I was like, the thing you're not supposed to do, like, as a kid, you're like, don't mix these two. Like,
but I always did anyway. When I was a kid, it was all about sneaking matches out of the kitchen and finding flammable things.
But you know what? For this boss battle, he's not like frantically like up your rear, right? He's just kind of like patrolling the area.
Yeah. It's kind of a cat and mouse game, and it's designed in such a way that you have enough time to kind of grab the key cards, grab the new equipment. And it looks like the environment's a little bigger than I thought. It's actually, 6 rooms?
I think so. Yeah.
I'm a little surprised, but I guess that makes sense that the big boss grand finale fight would be in a larger arena.
Which, like, takes full advantage of like the whole this basically bigger environment space.
And it looks like every time you get out of his Soliton radar range, his dot almost immediately comes onto the screen again. So anyway, you rig up a little makeshift flamethrower with a can of hairspray and a Zippo lighter.
Mm-hmm. And that spray doesn't run out, right? I didn't test it or anything.
I don't think it runs out. I'm under the impression it's infinite, so otherwise you can't beat the game.
That's true, because you have nothing other than your fist.
Well, that's the ultimate weapon.
Mm-hmm. I didn't really have like a hard time with this boss battle. Did you?
No, it's not a terribly hard boss battle.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of what I like about the Metal Gear games, is that the boss battles seem to be fairly reasonable. I mean, like I said when we were discussing the original Metal Gear, like when you fight any of these human bosses in the games, they're the exact same size as your character sprite. And there aren't any instances of you fighting like the enemy in human form, and yet he would be like 20 feet tall. Just a bunch of 6-foot tall men being men,
chasing each other. One with like automatic weapon, and the one with like a
flamethrower.
Flamethrower, basically a makeshift flamethrower. Oh yeah, and he goes like, "Snake, it's not over yet. It's not over yet. It's not over yet."
Boy, he is burning.
Snake. And he blows up. Okay, you know what? All these like bosses blow up, which I'm assuming gets retconned.
Oh yeah, big time.
Yeah. That scared me when that first happened. I thought it was an actual guard. When Holly reunites with you.
Oh yeah, we got another instance of a sheep in wolf's clothing. I guess the expression goes the other way, doesn't it? A wolf in sheep's clothing?
Yeah.
But in this case, it is a sheep in wolf's clothing.
Yeah, because she's your ally and she's like in full like Zanzibar Land gear. At least for the big boss fight, he's not chasing you while he's on fire, trying to hurt you more.
Holly actually says that uniform was too tight around the chest. I feel much better now.
I didn't. That must have like slipped my mind. Hey, leave it to Kojima and the boys about boobies.
Oh man. Even going all the way back to this game. I mean, the only thing we had in the original Metal Gear was Diane calling you during the big boss fight and saying, Snake, I have something I wanted to tell. Never mind.
Mm-hmm. Which my wife thought was like really weird, that dialogue. I told her like, and she watched me play these games. She's like, when did she get romantic feelings for him?
Yeah,
Like,
she's never on the other end of the calls. Most of my calls with Diane or with Steve.
mm-hmm.
So anyway, you reunite with Holly. You call your helicopter buddy, who's named Charlie. And he's like, Roger that. I'll meet you there. Any passengers? Just one blonde.
I think he says, what a cute face. Like it matters.
And then we have an escort mission like we typically have at the end of Metal Gear games where you and Meryl are in the Jeep.
Mm-hmm.
Where Metal Gear Solid 2, it's been a long time, but I know like you team up with Snake and Olga kind of toward the end, but I don't know if they're actually following you.
I think for Metal Gear Solid
I think it's
2,
just like cinematics.
Yeah, for that one, it's Raiden and Emma. That's the escort mission.
That's right.
Yeah.
And then Metal Gear Solid 3, we got the Eva
Mhm.
escort mission. So in Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake, we've got Holly with us, and the alarm is going off. Guards are just swarming everywhere. It's basically just a run to the end, and you are equipped with a Beretta, but there's all kinds of tripwires that are holding you back. Guards are chasing you through the jungle, and you're headed to the rendezvous point to get to the helicopter. What the hell's taking you so long? We're going to be here till Christmas. This is Charlie. I'm 10 kilometers away. Just hold tight, okay? Hurry! So yeah, at the end of the game, you're kind of at the end of a jungle path. Zanzibar guards are kind of swarming you and Holly.
Oh my god, yeah. This is the part that frustrated the hell out of me.
Yeah, I think you don't even have any ammunition, do you?
I think you do, but it's
Minimal, and you probably have to find it or go out of your way to get it.
Mm-hmm. No, you know what? I don't think they actually like anything with reload or anything.
Oh, you do have gunshots.
Yeah, because it kind of like it's like almost like timed. I think this video just proves the theory. Like it's timed.
Yeah. Snake's out of ammo.
Mm-hmm.
You get surrounded by guards, and then suddenly you're saved by machine gun fire from the chopper. It's the chopper. We're saved. Charlie, you're late. Sorry, man. Didn't want to disturb you two lovebirds. Oh, classic. Think we'll be home in time for Christmas. We'll be home in time for dinner, Snake. Let's go then. I'm looking forward to Christmas dinner. I'm sick of these rations. Such a great ending. Helicopter takes off. It's a pretty cool animation. Leaves are flying everywhere.
So say now's the time to relax. Like nothing's gonna hurt you now.
Helicopter flies off into the sunset. Roll credits.
And then it's gonna become the patented post-credit dialogue.
Well, we got that in the original one too.
Mm-hmm.
But here it's a little more involved, isn't it?
I think yeah, it is actually. I think it's like more the one person. Because isn't it Campbell and Holly?
I thought it was Campbell and Snake.
I think it's all three of them.
You're probably right.
Because then Snake does something that I didn't think he was going to do. He's going to leave Holly high and dry.
Well, that's what all lone wolves do.
Is this where he like goes to Alaska? It's like, forget my country. I'm gonna go race.
Yeah, it's kind of funny that you find Snake in
dogs.
Alaska by himself. It's like
Mm-hmm.
you could have ran off with Holly White, man.
Yeah, that's what I thought was going to happen.
And you know what? You and Holly White could have voted for the other president who wasn't George Sears.
I mean, she probably would have pointed out, like, hey, Snake, this guy looks a lot like you. Weird.
No, that's not Solid Snake.
I was gonna say after this game, it's gonna get crazier with all like the content.
Oh, sure. Once they got that whole
Hmm.
to me, the post-credit scenes to Metal Gear Solid 1, 3, and 5 feel very similar.
Yeah, because aren't they mostly
Mostly
dialogue?
Ocelot.
Yeah.
It's mostly Ocelot going, yes, Mr. President.
Hmm.
And then obviously repeated in 3 with, yes, Mr. Director, which is so much weaker, even though it's a much better game.
Yeah.
Well, maybe not
yeah.
much better game, but I would say those are the two gold standards of the series for me. And then the fifth one, that's where he's talking to Kaz, and he's like, I'm going to train Liquid and you train Solid, and we'll meet on the battlefield.
Oh
know,
yeah.
Over Big Boss.
Basically, Miller's saying like, I'm gonna like train the Phantom and his son and shove it up his ass.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, come on, like if think about Peace Walker, Kaz started it first.
Yeah, I thought that was a good fitting ending.
Hmm.
It was sort of like Ben Kenobi and like Bail Organa going, well, I'll take Leia and train her, and you take Luke and train him, and
Hmm.
and then this battle will be fought in the future.
Yeah, pretty much. Good work, Snake. Have you thought about coming back to the unit?
The nightmares have stopped. I'm a free man now.
I see. That's too bad. By the way, about that cartridge, is it really the one Dr. Marv hidden his plans in?
Why don't we open it and find out? No need for that. The cartridge I brought back is Dr. Marv's. No question about it. Just put it in the MSX.
All right. Here goes.
Huh? Nothing's happening.
What on earth? Of course, Snake was right. There's no doubt about it. This is Dr. Marv's cartridge.
What are you talking about? I don't see anything. Here, look closer. Dr. Marv left his signature on it. Right here. It says Keo Marv. I see now. It's written backwards.
This is going to do the world a lot of good.
Dr. Marv's last performance. He really loved games, didn't he? From the bottom of his heart.
Dr. Marv was entangled in a pointless political game, and it cost him his life.
But the game he left behind will save us all. Right, Snake? Snake? Where'd he go? Colonel, Snake's gone.
Snake? Where's he off to now?
Snake? Snake! He promised to take me out to dinner. How low can you get?
I'd like to know where the hell is Snake. Yeah, did he go straight to Alaska?
Alaska!
Yeah, that's what he wanted to do this whole time.
I'll tell you what happened. There's a radio conversation we didn't see.
Yeah.
I guarantee you he talked to Master Miller
Mhm.
at some point and is like, let's get the fuck out of here, man. What do you think of Alaska? I'll raise Huskies and you do whatever you do, Master Miller.
Oh, that's right, because wasn't Master Miller living
He was in Alaska too.
Yeah, right? That's what I was thinking. Like, why would he be there? Yeah, I just remembered right now.
That's where you go in America if you want to just get away from America.
Go to Alaska.
You go to Alaska. It's basically Canada. But you don't have to apply for citizenship, which is nice. So that is the game.
Metal Gear 2, Solid Snake.
Johnny, what did you think of the game?
I mean, this game like leaps and bounds compared to the first one for the same system. And
Oh shit, it's not Natasha.
what is it?
Gustafa Hefner.
Holy shit.
Sorry, audience.
Well, you know, like I always say, he goes at
I
me.
sworn it was Natasha Gustafa.
I swear it was too. I had
And
no
also,
idea.
too, they spelled Gray Fox with an A.
Yeah, I noticed that. And I was like, wait a minute.
I feel like that's been a debate for years, whether it's spelled with an A or an E.
Yeah, I thought it was with the E.
And it's confused the hell out of me because it's the only color now I can't spell properly. I'm like, wait, is it Gray or Grey?
I don't know. I mean, this game is like, this game is really good. I don't know how many playthroughs I'm gonna go through because it just felt like it stressed me the hell out.
Yeah, I hate to repeat myself, but every Metal
Mm.
Gear game, I always start with the intention of playing it the way you're supposed to,
Mhm.
where you're sneaking around and I'm trying not to kill any guards and I'm trying not to be seen. And that doesn't last very long before I get seen way too many times. I get tired of restarting the game and I'm like, fuck it, I'm going to just kill everybody.
Yeah, no, exactly.
And then by the end of the game, I'm John Rambo. I'm just running through there, just killing guards with their backs turned and going, I don't have to worry about you anymore.
That's usually by the time I get spotted by like the 5th time. I'm like, that's it.
Oh, yeah. This
Taking
game's
everybody out.
incredible from everything from having the Soliton radar to being able to there being an evasion mode when you
Mhm.
trigger an alert to being able to crawl so that you can hide underneath trucks or just inside air vents and all kinds of stuff like that. I mean, the Kojima stepped way up with this game, and he'd actually made a game between the two Metal Gear games. He made Snatcher, which I haven't played, but I'm very aware of its reputation.
Mhm.
And it seems like, yeah, he grew a hell of a lot as a game designer. With this being his, is it kind of his 4th game if we count Penguin Adventure, or was he not really game designer on that? I guess it doesn't matter.
I don't know. I mean, I thought he was. I thought
Metal
that was
Gear,
like,
Snatcher, Metal
Yeah.
Gear 2. We've seen him grow by leaps and bounds, and we'll see that again. You know, he's going to do Police Knots, and then he's going to do Metal Gear Solid. And, you know, as much similarities as there are between Metal Gear Solid and these first 2 Metal Gear games, especially the second one,
Mhm.
Metal Gear Solid, it's also adding a lot to the mix. But we'll get to that with the next episode.